to make things work. Yep, I know. I'm a professional streamer. Should be working now. Hopefully. We good? We good? Yep. Maybe. I see bars moving. We're good. All right. Sorry. All right. Again, welcome back, everybody. This is Whispers of Hope, our Legend of Zelda Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I am Zom. I'm the Dungeon Master, and don't really have any fancy announcements going on yet. So we'll just get into our intros right away, and we'll get started because we're running a little late today again. We'll start with Vivra.
Excuse me. Sorry, my name is Vivra.
I can't speak with animals.
Thank you so much. Problem fixed. My name is not Vivra, is what I meant to say. I am Rhettaliate, aka Vivra Lacru, the druid, who is currently in wolf form. Nailed it.
I'm JaxiHeart, and I play Wythr. And at this point, I mean, if you're watching, you already know that I say the same thing every time. I'm a mysterious rogue who usually doesn't talk very much.
Little guy.
I'm just a little guy.
Akari.
I'm Sky/CeruleanxIris, and I played the rogue Akari.
Yeah, well, so enthusiastic. Velkorin, you're next.
My name is AlistairForgall, and I play Velkorin, and I say the same thing every time too, so it's just, that's who it is.
And Toto, finally.
Hello, I'm KaelosMythos, and I play Toto, the Artificer.
Yeah, well, that's everyone. And again, I'm Zom. I'm the Dungeon Master for the campaign. Just kind of go over last time we played, which was 2 weeks ago. For once, we were on schedule. It was awesome. Our party had gotten to Lon Lon City. For the most part, they finished up their work with Violet and got her reward. They ended up getting another sample of their product, as well as an emblem, or I think it was a pin or something that I gave you, that let them have essentially free stay at the inn whenever they needed it. Afterwards, everybody kind of just explored the town. A couple people went to the smithy to get some upgrades for the armors. Other people went to the general store, just to kind of look around. I believe Vivra went over to the orphanage to play with the kids for a while. Then we ended with an event in the inn, but we're gonna retcon that a little bit just because I was kind of rushed at the end and I didn't like how it worked. Just for the aspect of time, we'll continue off on where our characters were instead of having it move forward to the night, and instead of happening in front of the inn, it happened in front of the main square. So everybody is still kind of doing whatever they were doing at the end of the episode last session. The event just kind of happened in the middle of the town square, and everybody kind of saw it, with the general arguing with the what assumed is a mercenary, ended with their altercation, where after their scuffle, the general walked off towards the inn, and then the mercenary kind of walked off on his own thing into the town. And from there, we'll just kind of have what is everyone doing currently, because I don't remember what you guys were doing. And start with Vivra, since we don't want everybody to talk over each other.
I'm just over here in the top corner. So Vivra, after the children sort of dispersed, or probably were ushered back in for supper or something, Vivra, not really wanting to have to talk to people, would actually expend her second wild shape slot to transform into a very pretty black and white cat. And she would be meandering around, eavesdropping on just about everyone she walks by. And just as that altercation happens, she would probably find herself sort of balancing on the side of the fountain. So she was like right there watching it.
Wythr, what were you up to?
Wythr was delivering a letter for Velkorin, and so now she's when this happens, she's just sort of re-entering the market square. She's probably off on the edges of the map in like an alleyway or something as she's coming back in and overhears this fight.
And Akari, what about you?
That's a good question.
I think you were still with the smith, messing with your
Let's see.
sword.
So after leaving the smith with getting the sword and stuff handled and paid for, should most likely have been just wandering around town, kind of
Yeah.
discreetly listening in to see if anything familiar, interesting comes up. Just kind of wandering around, information gathering herself.
I think
Out of
you
habit.
were, if I remember right, I think you were like keeping an eye on Toto because it looked like Toto was doing something. But either way, yeah. Okay, you were kind of wandering around, and Velkorin, do you remember what you were doing?
Yeah, I was putting my armor back on, and then the reason that I brought up the retcon when we finished last night is because Toto wanted to talk.
Right.
But really, I'd just be walking towards the inn.
Toto, what were you doing? I think yours is the only one I do remember.
I genuinely don't remember, but I think I was looking for Velkorin.
That's what I thought too. I believe you were looking for Velkorin after you had paid for your armor, and
Yes.
Pippin was with you as your like escort.
But Toto is not aware of Pippin.
He's just floating above you somehow. You oblivious. And then a reminder to Velkorin, you had gotten a letter that involved stuff that the rest of the party doesn't know, just so you remember. And then you also got a letter
Yep,
that was.
That's why she's going off on the.
Yep. And then you also got a letter for Pippin as well that eventually needs to get to him. Okay. So yeah, everybody's kind of around town doing their own thing right now. So I guess what do you guys like? What would you like to do? And also everybody, I have to use a different music thing, so let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. Because
So,
our bot is broken today.
Remind me what the two were saying before they separated, and the one guy was like shoved down, because I don't remember exactly what they talked about.
The mercenary was upset at the general and basically yelled at him, saying, what you told us was not what we were dealing with there at all. Like, just very frustrated with, obviously, discrepancy of what the job was assigned versus what they were told. So, they basically was them reacting to whatever happened to them, getting pissed off at this general, and then walking off after they think screw it, stopping their quest or whatever they were doing with that guy. Without going too far into it.
I would like to start off by rolling a stealth check.
Oh, you also
And-
reminded me I need to give you guys your thing.
Oh yeah, please
Who
give
gets-
it to me again
gets
so
the
I can
thing?
roll another one.
Who gets the thing today?
Ooh, who gets the inspiration?
Yeah, I already forgot my own mechanic. Number that'd be Wythr again. You got lucky.
Oh my gosh!
Two in
Let
a
me roll
row.
another one.
Oh, don't jinx it! You always say that. You're
It's
manifesting.
It's true.
I was about to say, for reference, so you guys don't think I'm just giving my wife things. I roll a d6, and it's 1 through 6, and it goes in the order on my screen, and she's number 2.
Well, Akari's scouting.
If
she
I could
also
rig
rolls
the
stealth.
game, if I could rig the game that easily,
You'd probably
guys.
still lose. Just kidding.
No, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna roll stealth, and Akari's gonna roll stealth.
Sure.
Akari did great.
My stealth bonus is good, so I don't really need to use my inspiration yet, but I could have rolled better. I'm
If it's-
gonna
if it's
save it for
good,
now, because
Yeah.
the only person who will be able to see me is Akari and Velkorin, probably. So my stealth is a total of 20.
That's great. You wanted to
I know,
reroll
but
that? Are
I
you
rolled
kidding?
a 9.
She
I rolled a 9.
Her
That's
stealth
so
is a
and
plus
it's-
listen.
11.
The session just started. This is a
Yes.
very mundane roll. Don't use it now so that you die
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 total for my stealth.
Yeah,
Nice.
you both are, you're. Ironically, I was about to say both of you had. Well, Akari probably has dealt with being in cities before, but Wythr probably not as much, especially this kind of a city. But you kind of are doing the whole blending in with people thing, where you're doing the Assassin's Creed thing, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're standing in a group of people, and no, nobody.
I'm invisible now.
You're hiding in plain sight, essentially, is what you guys are
Yes,
doing.
yeah.
So,
That's what I'm doing.
oh yes.
Also, I can read lips, so was I able to pick up on the whole conversation between these two?
Yeah, like I said,
Akari and Velkorin can also read lips if they're checking.
if they were able to see them talking, yes, they would have understood the same thing. But the general gist of it, yeah, would be that the mercenary had taken a job from the general where they were supposed to do something. You don't know exactly, because it was, like I said, the conversation was pretty short, but they were upset because it wasn't essentially what they agreed upon, and et cetera, et cetera.
Have we figured out or decided on the passive perception thing? Is that only within 5 feet?
Yes, I believe. Let me look in.
And it should be like 5 feet out from you, so it's not just within your square, it's the squares around you.
Let me double check if it actually
I'm
is.
just wondering if I would be able to see Akari.
Oh, that's different. Like, line of sight and passive perception are two different things.
Akari is also stealthing, though.
Akari
so I
is
would have to make
stealthing,
an active
yes,
perception
exactly.
Yes, you'd have to make an active perception check in order to look for or continue to notice Akari.
I'm gonna
That's
say
different.
that Wither's probably on the left, or yeah, I imagined her kind of on the left side of the market square. Akari, where are you?
That's a good question. Let me look at that map again.
You were on the right. You were on the right side, I believe.
I'd say that Wither is kind of like near the potion shop right now, which is on the left side.
So coming from the smithy. Akari would probably be around the general store / market stalls. Have went through that
Okay,
way.
so I'd definitely have to make a perception roll to try to see her. Which I guess I will do. I'm gonna roll perception to see if I can spot Akari in the crowd. Or technically anyone I know. That's another 9. What's my adding?
Wait, 11s?
No, not for perception.
Oh.
Yeah, no, her stealth is insane, but everything else is like...
Okay, no, that's
right.
only...
Her investigation for better skill.
9 plus 6, so that's only a 15
That's
total, so I cannot...
only a
So
15.
you wouldn't have
I
seen
cannot
them.
see Akari, who rolled a 19.
But you do see a cat sitting on the fountain.
Yeah, you do see a cat sitting on a fountain.
Insight check the cat. This whole first
Why would you
game is
do
just
that?
roll after roll after roll.
What
No,
you need?
I'm joking.
Why would you're like, this cat looks suspicious. It glanced at
Wait,
me like
wait.
a cat.
It has a
Wait.
scar over its eye. Do I know
Wait.
this cat?
I was going to say, wait, you could warrant it. Has Wythr ever
You
seen a
could what?
cat?
Warrant why?
Has Wythr ever
What?
seen a cat?
Has
Are
Wythr
there
ever
cats
seen
in
a
the
cat?
desert?
Are you
Probably cats
kidding
in
I'm
the
me?
kidding.
desert.
I'm
You've
messing with
definitely
you.
seen a cat.
I'm messing with
Cats
you.
are everywhere.
Oh my god.
There were cats in Egypt. I'm sure there were
I'm
cats in the
sure.
desert.
I
Hey,
know.
little sphinx cats.
I was gonna also
Wythr,
mention.
Little
no,
hairless
here's the thing.
buddies.
The cats are everywhere. Wither's just never noticed them before until this very moment.
Somehow, with her passive perception, has never noticed a cat. Anyways, I was just joking. She's
Yeah,
not.
I was messing-
She's
I
not
was-
insight checking the cat.
Because I was gonna
But
say.
because she
fair.
can't see any of her party members really, any of her stealthy party members, I think that she will probably, from a safe or reasonably cautious distance, I think I'll have her follow the buff Shiekah guy with her stealth, and I want her to just be listening and reading lips and trying to see if he like meets up with other people to tell them about what happened. She's just curious about what they were arguing about, so she doesn't have anything else to do right now, so she's like, oh, I'll just look into this.
Following the dude who seems to be kind of a grumpy. He looks frustrated still, obviously, because of his discussion that he's had, but for the most part, it seems to kind of he's just made his way back to his normal day for the most part, and he seems to be stopping at a couple stalls and talking to people. A few people are waving at him. He's just kind of going about day. Doesn't seem like he's getting involved with anything extra at the moment.
He's not like going to his buddies to complain about stuff or anything.
Not at the moment, no. It looks like he's
Okay.
just going about his normal day.
That'll be I've taken up a lot of time already, so that's what Wythr's doing right now.
Okay. Since I was like watching everyone, would I make a perception to see them which direction they're going before they stealth or something? Or, I mean, if Wythr's hiding in plain sight and I was watching her already, I could kind of see her just go into the crowd and kind of walk with her head down, right?
With a 20 stealth roll, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, you could disappear into the crowd, but I would have to, like I said, I would have to make an active perception.
that's
check.
what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. If you wanna follow, you probably saw her go into the crowd, but unless you...
Okay, yeah. So then I definitely, because the cat's got
Although
decent perception, but although
you
what?
could probably roll with advantage if you're using your smell.
Well,
to,
if
like,
you're
follow with your scent.
offering,
She's a cat though, not a wolf.
this
but
cat has
cats can
advantage on
smell.
perception checks that rely on smell.
It does? Okay.
Yes,
There you
it
go.
does.
I
Oh,
guess
and
if
with
you're
that,
trying-
I do see you because it's a total of 21.
Oh, just barely.
Yes,
you
so
have
I
Her
the-
out.
I see both of you. Well, with my little sniffer, I'm
it's
like,
a-
oh, that's a cabbage
You made
seller.
a sniff.
That's
ASMR.
someone else.
no.
Sniff
Yeah.
into the mic.
Yeah.
DM, am I stepping on your toes with that?
You had lost her into the crowd for a brief second, but then you had you're kind of looking around and smelling
Yeah.
airs because you're a cat, and you got that slight hint of saffron, and you're like, oh, because it's
I'm
very
like, I know that
very
smell.
distinct smell that most people don't carry.
Then I would notice that she's following the buff Shiekah guy, and since Akari got a 15 or a 19, so I can smell both of them going towards that direction. So since they're doing that, I think Vivra is
not
gonna.
following
I was gonna say, I think Akari.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
not
not
sure where
Where-
Akari's
Where
going
did
yet.
Akari? Where are you going then? Because
Akari-
Vivra is getting a sense of where everyone else was going before she decides to follow one or the other.
Akari just still stuck around the fountain while thinking for right now after that.
Head empty. Right. Anyway. Vivra's like, stuff is happening and these two are being weird. Then I'm going to, as a cat, saunter towards the inn to check out the other guy that got gold chucked at him.
No, he just got chucked. He didn't get gold chucked yet. He just got chucked.
No, the Shiekah chucked the bag of gold at the other guy, and the other guy shoved the Shiekah. I'm following the guy that got the bag thrown at him. The one that went to the inn.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. You're going back to the inn.
I'm going that way, yeah.
Okay.
And so-
I'll see before we get into that. That's kind of
Yeah.
more important stuff. What are the other three doing? So, Velkorin, Toto, and Akari, what are you guys doing right now?
I've already said what I was doing.
I know you're changing your armor.
And then I'm heading right to the inn.
Hear that, Pop? And what about you, Toto?
I think after getting lost in the crowd just a little bit, I'm gonna head over to the inn, or at least what I think looks like an inn.
All right. Well, we'll say for consistency's sake, I guess you guys kind of Toto had bumped into Velkorin at some point while you guys were making your way back to the inn, and then there's a weird cat in front of the door. that you don't know.
Not in front of the door. I'm sauntering
in.
Yes, like
Very
a cat.
casual cat.
Yes. Like Aristocats. The white kitty.
Okay. All right, I had to make a roll, but nothing happened. But so okay. Okay. So yeah. As you three make your way kind of back into the inn. At this point, I think I had said it's probably about 3 or 4 o'clock now. Late afternoon.
Oh, I
so
thought it was later.
that was
thought it was
before the
later.
retcon.
Oh, okay, all right.
'Cause
I'm
I didn't
learning
wanna-
all the new.
I didn't want to speed you
retcons.
guys ahead too far yet, so
Okay.
we'll say it's just late afternoon right now. You can see that the inn is starting to get a little busier. Not terribly busy. The older Hylian woman who had met you before is like setting up the dining table more so now. Like there's already a couple people out there, as well as the one general kind of seems to be off on his own at the bar right now. As far as like I said, it's late afternoon. People are starting to finish up and heading their way over there. But so for the most part, it's still pretty quiet in the inn itself. But you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, continuing to act like a cat. I'm just kind of acting like I don't care about everyone in the room while slowly making my way towards wherever that guy went.
Yeah, he's just sitting at the bar at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna rub against his legs and go.
It just jolts for a second. He goes, "What the fuck?" All right, there's a cat here. I guess whatever. Kind of ignores you for the most part.
Is he sitting?
Yes.
I hop into his lap.
Is this the general guy?
Yep.
The guy who was so pissed off.
Just kind of looks
Just
at
purring.
the cat and is like, "Enough of that." Picks you up and drops you back down.
Meow.
And kind of sits closer to the bar so you can't jump on his lap this time. And continues his drink.
I'm gonna sit next to him, turn and see Velkorin and Toto, and blink at them.
Blink. at
Okay,
them.
there's a cat blinking at the two of you. I don't know.
Telepathy.
I don't know if they're
This-
blinking in Morse code or not.
Telepathy to
There you
Toto.
go.
This guy knows something. Oh, also I'm a cat.
Why is this cat talking to me?
I was also gonna say, have you
Not
spoken
knowing,
telepathically to Toto yet?
not knowing where the voice is coming from, just like, God, that's my warlock patron.
I am. You know what? Let's. How's my deception look?
Oh, jeez.
I am Her Majesty, and I know things. This guy knows things. You should pester this one.
So just a reminder that Toto can't respond back to you.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, but I see them confused, and I'm like, perfection. 12.
Do I have to roll or?
Yeah.
What's your passive insight? I mean, or you can roll. It's up to the DM. Sorry.
I guess it's up to you. If you don't think you believe them, you can roll an insight.
Okay.
Please fail.
That's
It'd
a
be so
15.
funny. Dang it!
So you're like,
Yeah. You'd recognize the voice most likely then, huh?
yeah, probably.
Vibra?
Who is Vivra? I am her. Yeah, it's too much to lie. Yeah, I'm trailing this guy. And wait, are you speaking aloud? Don't speak aloud. To everyone else, I am Her Majesty. Everyone thinks I'm a cat. Don't say my name. Stop talking aloud.
Oh, and then Toto would just reach out towards you and start petting you. Oh, who's a good kitty? Who's a good little kitty?
How dare you! Hiss! Hiss! Wait, I can hiss out loud.
Also, the general at this point is like
So,
just shaking
dog
his head.
Vivra, Twili Vivra, and cat Vivra have very different personalities.
Apparently.
Yeah, she tries so hard to get into character. At the moment anyone of the party tries to like gets into it, and it's like, no, you're just you. She's like, no, ah!
Floofy.
Is she floofy, or did we agree that she's a vitiligo sphinx cat?
She's a ball
Up
sack.
to
Got it.
you.
She's
so
a what?
paralyzed.
Yes.
Said so. She's
Why
a ball
not?
sack. Got it.
She's super fluffy as the wolf. Something's gotta give. She's gonna heckin' move away from you, or try to.
No.
No! What do you do?
Speak to me your secrets, I will grasp you.
Oh
No!
Well.
Don't touch me, I have claws!
Are you trying to grab her?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Roll for a grapple.
I'll use dexterity to try and get out of it, and that was cocked.
Just strength or dex, right?
Oh, you're never gonna
Yeah.
beat 4.
Oh my gosh.
Get in that one. Get in that one. Get in that one.
I rolled a 9.
Oof.
So I'm trying to like slink away from you instead of run away, and I do that thing that cats do where they arch their back, but it's like never enough to get away.
Toto's just like, nope, and scoops you up.
You! Unhand me!
Toto says, speaking through their teeth, speak your secrets to me.
You know who I am! You know who I am! I'm not happy with you. You wanna know a secret? You freaking suck!
You do too, but tell me what you're trying to tell about the good kitty.
No,
Very
what?
good kitty.
You're speaking aloud right now, you idiot! Oh, take me outside!
See, at that point, the general has gotten annoyed enough to this random person who was talking to a cat near him, has kind of gotten up and moved further down the bar.
Take me outside! I don't want to speak the freaking whatever secrets. Just gag! Ah!
Woo! Okay, let's go. Okay, so good kitty.
How are you holding her? Because she's got her claws.
Kind of like a baby a little bit, so like I imagine Toto's
goodness.
like trying to keep their face away from your claws.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 9 to hit, so she's just kind of flailing. You fool!
Oh, kitty. And Toto will go out the indoor.
Okay, set me down, and I'll freaking talk to you. Okay. Also, wait, Velkorin's been watching all of this, hasn't he? Ugh, who needs Velkorin? Anyway.
Face palming, probably. Exhausted.
What is Velkorin doing?
cat down.
Velkorin watched all of this.
It's the disappointed dad sigh. I guess
Alistair, are you alive?
I've dipped out.
Did he? He didn't say BRB.
He walked away. Velkorin walked away before seeing any of
Okay.
this.
Oh, you saw Toto go towards the cat and just left? That's silly. Okay, so Vivr's like, good, whatever. So that guy knows something about our altercation or whatever, because he's the one that sent the people to freaking murder you. Oh, by the way, as she's talking, she's like leaping up high the moment she's set down, so you can't freaking grab her again.
Okay, this is Vivra's inferring, right?
Vivra's inferring, yeah.
Okay, because as two different things that were happening.
Yeah,
but,
well,
okay.
because that's what they talked about, right? They're like, the people you sent us to kill heckin' wiped us out or whatever.
No, it wasn't that. He sent us in that. They said where they sent them wasn't what they agreed upon. It wasn't. If Vivra construed it as he said something about spirits, but if Vivra took it as
spirit. Oh
that.
no, because then my memory's bad. Because I thought 2 weeks ago that they had actually mentioned about that trying to kill those people got their group dead.
No, they were trying to deal with the spirits resulted in some of his people dying.
Trying to deal. Okay.
So,
okay. Well then, never mind.
Somewhere that got missed. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Erase. Thank you for clarifying, because my brain was fully like, that's what they said. They said that. This is what happened. So she's like, there's something about a mission, something about spirits, and apparently a lot of money on the line. Which, I mean, I don't really care about, but it was interesting.
Huh. You picked the wrong person to talk about this with. You should.
Yeah, no kidding. You're the one that freaking grabbed me. If you want to talk to Velkorin about it, you can. I'm not speaking to him right now.
Why?
Because he's a dumbass that freaking doesn't know boundaries.
Shay.
Uh-huh. You still should have told him instead of me.
You can tell him if you'd like to.
Shay.
But I have something to tell him first.
Oh, great. You're actually going to talk to him? Well, why don't you bring this up when you do?
You're a bad cat.
Sass.
You're a bad cat.
I'm gonna tell the innkeeper you have like fleas or something.
Toto needs to create water
spell. Don't you dare.
I'ma go do it. Toto will walk back into the inn.
No! If you wish to keep your eyeballs, you will return. Wow, maybe this guy
can't
is
stop
bad.
me. Yeah, the cat brain has taken over Vivra a little bit, apparently.
Yeah. No, that's kind of with each animal. I'm kind of embodying the animal just a little bit because I think it's funnier that way, and because of conversations that I've had with Zom before, that I think just makes it extra funny. So she's gonna jump down and go in front of Toto. It's like, no,
I will step on. I'm kidding.
You are so rude. I don't know about this freaking princess act that you put on for everyone else, but you're very rude to me.
You're more rude to me.
Only because you were rude first.
I was not. I was trying to be your friend.
That's what was so rude. I told you no right off the bat, and you immediately went, oh, but I want. What about what I want, huh?
You already got what you want. We already argued about this.
Toto,
I'm not bothering you.
The innkeeper.
Your existence bothers me at this point.
At this point, because you had walked back inside, the innkeeper is like, "Ma'am, or sir, are you all right?"
Now they think you're crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. I get a little loopy, you know. I'm gonna just go sit down back to Velkorin.
Vivra sighs. She's like, oh, that worked out better than I thought it would.
Keeper's just like, okay.
I'm sorry.
Kind of walks off, but is now keeping an eye on you.
Son of a bitch.
Vivra is kind of proud of herself. And she's gonna saunter up towards the rooms.
Did Toto let you go?
Toto walked off to find Velkorin. Vivra can do what she wants.
I think
Did she put
Vivra
you
was
down
already...
at that toy? I didn't hear you.
I think they had already put her down.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I commanded Toto to put me down, and outside she did, and then I'm like, I jump away so that she can't put me up again.
Okay.
And then we had the conversation, and then I had to leap back down because she was like, I'm telling. And I was like, if I make her seem crazy, she can't tell the innkeeper anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That
All
was a little bit of in the mind of Vivra.
All right.
But yes. Alright, move on to someone else for a minute.
All right. So, Velkorin, I'm assuming you had gotten a table or something.
Yeah, I'd be eating and just filling out shit in my journal.
Okay. I guess Akari, are you doing anything differently now, or
Akari will go into the general store.
going? Okie doke. Yeah. I don't remember if you've been in here yet or not.
Nope.
You have not. All right. When you enter, you see a middle-aged Hylian man with black hair, and kind of the same thing. He greets you and says, "Welcome to the shop. How can I help you? Feel free
What are
to
you selling?
anything around here on the tables over there. Whatever. Lots of different things.
Oh, okay, that's nice. What are you buying?
Buying? What are you selling?
That's a good question. She goes over to look at the shelves.
Selling his stuff back to him.
And a reminder to the viewers, we as a group already discussed what was available in the shop, so the DM doesn't have to explain it to the group over again, but if we look at something, then DM can describe it for you guys.
Right. So yeah, there's lots of, like I said, it's a general store, so there's lots of just random unsorted stuff. Just kind of, general stuff that you would need. Some things like, yeah, in general, it's a general store, so lots of any kind of mundane things you think you would need.
Akari will look at the ring.
The prismatic ring.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume you picked it up.
Well, she's looking at it first.
Like you said, it's a prismatic ring. It's a silver ring with a prismatic looking band around it. Looks fancy. Rainbow colors.
Now she'll take a closer look by picking it up.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now?
Curious.
Ink.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that was pink. It turns pink when you pick it up.
Jaxie knowing more about it than
Then
the
a bit
DM.
of,
I have it written down.
and then a
Oh,
bit of
well, that makes
surprise
sense.
once she sees it turn pink.
Did we do surprise yet?
No,
Didn't you?
not surprised. We have
Right.
confused, content,
Turn
curious,
can surprise-
contemplative, and denial.
Say,
Can
Alright,
surprise be teal?
That's what I'm saying. Surprise will be
You were
two.
gonna say teal?
It was.
One
Adding
brain.
it to the list.
Amazing. Perfection.
So yeah, the ring turns teal in your hands when you are confused by it.
Give me
No
surprise.
surprise.
Surprise, sorry.
How dare you?
She'll bring it to the
No,
shop.
DM. Confused is yellow.
How much can I get this
I think
ring
the
for?
DM's a little yellow.
I get this ring for well, how much do you think? How much do you want it for?
What's the common price that you tend to feel is fair?
Akari's not good at haggling.
Hmm.
What do you want for it?
I'll
What are
give
you
you two
selling it
Deku
for?
nuts.
Well, what do you think I'm selling it for? What do you think I think that you're selling it for?
I'll
1
give
hour
you-
later.
I'll give you 2 Deku nuts.
Deku nuts, huh?
A Deku nut? Aren't those things like really nice?
I'll give you 1 Deku nut.
The metagaming pigeon.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. nut for a ring. Sure, why not?
Yeah, see,
Is
this
there
is,
the
this is a
acorn?
very nice shop. It's a fair trade.
It's so
Be
good.
careful not to slam it too hard. It will flash.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh. Okay. The nut. All right.
Should give him the Deku nut and take the ring.
Puts the nut on the
That's
table.
so
On the
funny.
table near the.
Oh, I forgot you
Near
were
the store.
broke.
Yeah, he broke AF.
I mean, he has like a little gold apparently after all that, but it just looked at the inventory instead. It picked a random item.
Works.
That's so funny to me.
I'll be back for more wares, she says as she waves and leaves out with the ring.
All right, thanks. Come again anytime.
An hour from now, he's gonna be like, huh, that wasn't a good deal, was it?
No, that was a great deal for him.
Oh, don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Without the talking out the meta talking thing, she was gonna randomly lower it too.
I mean, aren't the nuts
Oh,
different
really?
than the acorns, though?
Yeah.
They are,
Yeah,
but the nuts
Yeah,
are
the
still
acorns
really
are
good.
super nice. I thought when you were
It's still
saying
a
nuts,
wonder
I
if I-
initially thought you meant the acorns, and I was like, no, don't do that.
It's a Deku nut, it's still a wondrous item, so I'm pretty
Ah,
sure.
okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so Wythr has been following the buff Shiekah guy for a while, and he hasn't done anything to give her further information. So she's gonna leave that at this point. She's not getting anything out of it. So she'll be wandering around the marketplace again, probably.
Sure.
And probably heading towards the inn, assuming that's where the rest of the party would gather.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like I said, nothing much is going on really right now. It's like I said, you're starting to get into the later end of the day, so a lot of people are somewhat starting to get packed up, but not like, oh, we need to pack up and get out. It's kind of like, all right, let's make a little bit of effort so we don't have to do as much when we actually need to leave. So, but yeah, you make your way back to the inn, and then you would go in and you would see that Velkorin and Toto are sitting at their own table, and you wouldn't care about the cat because the cat's just around.
And the cat's upstairs, I
The
think.
cat's a little bitch.
The cat went, hey, back off. Unless you want to catch these claws again. No, I'm kidding.
The cat has
yeah.
both of our room keys.
No, okay, so literally if everyone else has said their piece, I was gonna do it the next thing. Is Velkorin still just eating dinner, or?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm still just eating dinner, working on my paperwork.
Okay. Then she will dismiss the wild shape once she finds her room, one of the rooms. Take one of the room keys to unlock the room, go inside, and lock the door behind her.
okay.
And so, yeah, she'll be in there, scribbling notes about her day and, just laying down, relaxing for a bit.
Vipper is resting in her room now.
Do I get, after a short rest, do I get my wild shape back? I need to check if it's short rest or long rest.
Sure.
It is short rest,
Is-
so she's gonna rest for an hour, which is a short rest.
Sure.
And get her stuff back.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, at that. Yep. So I guess the other two, and now Wythr has come into the inn, so the other guys are just eating their thing, and the general kind of has, like, at this point he's had you guys would have noticed he's had kind of a few drinks at this time and seems to be very just frustrated, grumbling to himself a lot.
And I hear with my high perception what he's grumbling and mumbling about. With a 21 passive perception.
So high.
So for the most part, it's just kind of gibberish. It's like, God, what am I supposed to do now? Fucking third group that's done. Yeah, fucking just nonsense of grumbling that he's just annoyed at this job that he's been trying to get completed and is just frustrated at this point.
Can I use my passive investigation of 24 to get an idea of what this guy's rank is or who he is? Because you've told us he's the general of something, but we don't know that.
Yeah, I guess with that, you probably would have noticed that, like, on his, like, it almost looks like a badge on his chest, and you can't read it, but, like, that
I
kind
can't
of,
read.
yeah, that kind of badge you would assume is somebody, like, either a guard or some kind of, quote-unquote, military personnel. Or town guard, stuff like that. Somebody that's a little bit higher ranking, because, guards normally wouldn't carry something like that, so it must be somebody who's higher.
Wythr gets the context clues that he's a high-ranking military person?
Within the town, so he'd be like the town captain, or whatever. Captain of the guard would be away.
She's a bit like... If you could see the color leave her face, but you can't. Her like posture sort of like stiffens up a bit, and she steps back, and she starts keeping her distance away from this person. She will look around to see if she sees any sign of Vivra, though, since she knows Vivra has both of the hotel keys.
You don't see her around anywhere.
What? You're not going to make her roll for it?
I find a single red hair on the floor that points me in the direction.
I mean, you were a cat when you went upstairs, and she didn't know you were a cat. So.
A hairless cat, no less.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like Vivra can choose what sort of, whether she wants to have hair or be hairless. And I think she just mostly chooses that one because she's like, I like it. Be right back.
Okay. Wythr will... I mean, she can see Toto and Velkorin, so I think she'll probably stand near them.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you said Toto. I guess, are you going to do anything with Velkorin, Toto, or are you guys just kind of doing your thing right now?
If you want to do something before I get there, go ahead.
Yeah.
Toto does keep looking over at Velkorin, but they figured probably what they want to talk to them about in a public area isn't a good idea. So they're just staring.
Okay, then Wythr will look between the two of them, and with like a questioning tone, she just says, Vivra?
Huh? What?
Vivra? And she's like looking around and sort of like holding her hands up like, where is she?
Last time I saw her, she was with you.
She was a cat outside with me briefly, then she started getting really smart with me, then I don't know where she went now.
Wythr does her usual like curious head tilt of like, what? Okay. She seems a little like confused or, like slightly surprised by that.
I'm not lying.
She shakes her head like, no, she wasn't assuming that you were. She'll start looking around for signs of a cat now.
I was going to say, with that context now, you would have noticed a cat had walked upstairs earlier when you came in.
Okay. Then Wythr will walk upstairs and continue searching for the cat.
And see an empty hallway.
She listens very carefully for sounds of cat, even though she doesn't know that she's no longer a cat anymore.
Yeah.
Knock on every door.
I was
No.
about to say that, honestly. I was like, Wythr is the type who would probably knock on
no.
every single door if she had to.
Who are you gonna disturb?
Here we go.
Do it. Get it.
Wythr
Come on,
knocks on the
DM.
first
Get ready
door.
for 15
It's a
different
small
voices.
inn. It's a small inn. I'm
Well,
sure
then
there's not too
7 different voices. Although it is early afternoon, most people won't be in their rooms.
many. Yeah. Wythr knocks on the first door she comes to.
Does she need a luck check to find me first try?
No. Yeah, for about a few seconds, nobody answers.
She goes to the next door and knocks.
You gotta just do a luck check to see which door I am. Basically, you roll a d20,
I'm
and if it's
getting there. I'm getting there. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
okay, I was trying to teach luck
Yeah,
checks.
I know,
so-
it's fine.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
I just don't want you to have her knock on 1,000 doors before
No.
finally going, oh, look at this door.
No, I know which door she wants to check.
Okay.
After about a few seconds, you hear rustling and then like heavy footfalls
Uh-oh.
as they come to the door.
Wythr braces herself.
And it opens the door and you see a massive Goron in front of you and huh?
Have I ever seen a Goron before?
They're all
You-
throughout the city, aren't they?
They are, but like I said, she hadn't seen one before she came to the city. So she saw them wandering around, but now is approached by one, going, huh?
She bows and steps back, but she's also like taking in every detail curiously. And then she'll step to the side to the next door.
Just quietly moving on. That poor Gora.
Kinda, like, he blinks a second, like, scratches his head and closes the door. And,
She bows apologetically and knocks on the next door.
that door creaks open when you on it.
Oh.
Ooh, an open door.
She takes a look inside, not stepping far into the room, but leaning in and looking around.
Just another inn room, but it's empty. Nobody's inside.
Time to loot everything. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. How much gold do I find? How many rupees are in here?
None.
Break the pots!
So-
Break the pots!
Yeah. So if she doesn't see anything of interest, she steps out, sidesteps over to the next door, knocks on the door.
At that point, Vivra, you would hear a knock on your door.
No thank you.
So I hear her voice, which I would recognize. Wythr says, Vivra.
Okay. And after a couple more seconds, you would then hear her gentle footsteps towards the door as she opens it. And she already looks kind of like half awake because she was like gonna take a short nap. It's like, what's up?
Wythr sort of holds her hand out in front of her, in front of Vivra, and looking up at Vivra, says, Key.
Key?
Room key.
Key!
She tilts her head and then nods at you like, yes, key. She doesn't
I
say
thought
it,
you
but-
I thought you said he the first
Oh.
time. So I was like, he what? Who is he? What he? So she's like, ah, right. And so she pulls out the key to the other room and drops it into Wythr's hand.
She
There you go.
nods and bows politely and gives you like a very small wave as like a gesture of goodbye and heads downstairs.
Vivra kind of like leans her head out of the window a little bit to like watch you walk away. It's like, well, all right. And then she slowly closes the door and finishes her short rest. So you guys have an hour before she rejoins everyone.
Wythr puts she kind of just puts the key on the table where Velkorin and Toto are kind of hovering around. And then she points upstairs, like to gesture that it's for their room.
Okie dokie, thank you.
And she's going to roll another stealth check, I think, to blend in and keep an eye on that general.
Okay.
Okay. That's a 27.
Wow.
Right.
Recede into shadows. Recede into
I
She's
guess.
in the walls.
I guess. I mean.
Oh, don't no clip, you cheater.
I mean,
Skittering around.
there's not really anywhere to hide per se, but I'll say just like you're kind of hiding your presence, as in like just how
And she
you
might,
know. Yeah,
if
know
it
enough
helps,
to
she
hide.
might step outside if she can still have a view of him, because she can read lips. She doesn't need to hear
Yeah.
him, but she's keeping an eye on him and shadowing him from a distance,
Right.
very cautiously.
Yeah,
And-
you're not necessarily hiding. You're just very unassuming.
Yeah, like I
Mhm.
said, you're enough of what your kind of job that you did. You know how to like hide your presence, even though you're.
And this is
Standing.
a minor rewind, minor retcon thing, but like anyone who has good insight would probably have noticed that Wythr looks like a little bit more on edge, or like
Mhm.
her movements are more restricted, and like she seems less relaxed than usual, more on edge, but just slightly.
So
But-
she's really focused on this general, huh?
Pretty much.
But now she's gone and no one will ever see her again. So
Yep.
Oh,
with her 27 stealth.
Faded into the background.
Goodbye.
no one will ever see her again. It's so ominous. What are the rest of you guys doing?
If you went outside though, what if somebody's approaching the inn? Would they see her?
You could roll a perception check.
I mean, I would assume that they would see her, but not really. Like, it's almost in the back of their
Yep.
head. Like, if someone if someone glanced at her, and then later someone was like, "Hey, who did you see?" They wouldn't be able to tell you, because she's just so meshed into the background that it's just.
Yeah, it's basically kind of when you're walking to or driving to work, if you see a person, you're not going to remember them. He's blending into
Yeah.
the background.
I would
essentially.
also say, like, if she's just exiting through the front door, then, like, you might see her for a second, but then lose track of her after
Oh,
that.
Okay, I was just saying Akari's heading
If you-
towards the end. So would
If
she
you
see
wanted
her?
to stop her and talk to her, I'll allow it.
Okay, because Akari wasn't at the end yet, so she's finally coming to the end. So I'm wondering if she
As long
would
as I
see her
can
at the
keep my
entrance.
stealth check.
Right, but you both did the thing as you almost walk into each other.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, if she notices whether she'll be like, look at this nice ring I got.
Wythr nods at her. Beautiful. Also, what color is it right now while Akari is holding it?
That's a good
How was
question.
Akari feeling?
Content and
Very
probably, I guess,
important.
excited. it's
Content
a
is
neat thing.
purple. Excited we don't have yet. Very important lore.
Fuchsia.
That's-
Excited is fuchsia.
That's too close.
So
to
it's
pink.
like a purple pink. It's like
Sure.
a purple pink swirl.
Sure.
Well, how do you have a
Whatever.
black yet? How about a gray
Nah.
or a freaking cerulean?
Pretty
You
sure
really
you got
want to get
gray.
in it? I'll give you colors all day.
Yeah. Just purple pinkish. I
Shiekah,
guess.
Cerulean Iris.
Yeah.
Oh,
DM.
Roll the credits.
that's it. Game over. We're done. Yeah. It's just like purple pink. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so excited is fuchsia.
Yay.
Got it. Which I can never spell properly because I don't know where the S is.
Fuschia.
Okay, I got it right.
Good
You
job.
chop.
Plus Chia.
I know, right?
Fuschia. Chia. Okay.
Continue.
Well, no, I noticed this ring changes colors all the time. I wonder what's causing that.
Ooh,
Wythr
wonder.
nods. I mean, Wythr had picked it up earlier, and it changed when her emotion changed. So, like, mean, my passive, like, insight isn't really high, but, well, it's 16. Is she smart enough to, like, know that it was changing based on mood?
I would say you don't know. You can
Okay.
maybe try to do an active, like, Arcana check to understand the...
Oh, she's
Ring,
not an Arcana
but-
person. I mean, her intelligence isn't bad, but, like, she doesn't do magic stuff often, so I would say that probably isn't her area of expertise or anything that she would go to. She'll just she shrugs, like, with her hands up. She looks inside and kind of, like, towards that general and back towards Akari. You can tell that, like, she's a little bit nervous about something.
And she will look more into that.
And at this point, that is when my stealth check takes effect, and when you look back, she's gone.
Amazing.
If that's allowed.
I mean, you got a 27, man.
Yeah.
Was she even there in the...
Wythr is a
love that.
figment of your imagination.
Wythr is Batman.
Now, I have no choice but to roll to try to look for her because she actually started looking nervous.
Yes, yeah, you can.
Good luck. If you beat a 27, I'll be shocked. Are you
27
kidding
total?
me? You got a 27?
Really?
I watched that happen.
In D&D Beyond? Oh my gosh.
Oh
You got
my
a 19, a natural 19 plus 8.
That's insane. Akari can see you.
So
What?
she doesn't disappear. You look back and, like, Wythr is slipping into the shadows. You can just barely see her still. Like, if we're going with meets it, beats it, or whatever,
Yeah,
like,
yes, meets it, beats it.
I would say that I don't mind, so I'll say you could just barely see.
She
like,
will
the shape
follow
of her.
her, but will also roll stealth because I
Oh
think she
my
would catch on that
gosh.
she's trying to blend in.
Game recognized game.
Gonna say that in the chat.
26 stealth.
6?
A 26 stealth and a 27
God
stealth.
damn.
Oh my gosh.
You two are insane.
We can take over the world.
That is, she's making sure to not blow her cover.
Yeah,
I'd have
Wythr
to get a-
respects that.
I'd have to get a nat 20 to get a 27 on anything.
So,
Akari will try to ask what's wrong. Is the nervousness coming from what she pointed to?
she hasn't pointed it out, but she, like, you could sort of see the, like, glow in her eyes, like, dart back and forth from there in that direction. But at this point, like, if you're asking, and she sees that you're stealthing with her, so she's like, okay. She will point, like, through the window towards the general guy. And in minimal words, she says, might be dangerous.
Akari looks through the window and observes too. At that point, she would probably see Velkorin and Toto, I'm guessing, too, through the window because they're on that same floor, right?
They're just at the table.
Okay. Akari will give a nod, and it will almost seem like her demeanor had a slight shift as she starts to keep watch too.
Where there is, like, if I notice this kind of shift in body language, where there's gonna, like, stare at your eyes.
Roll an insight.
Okay. Because, oh god, that's a 3. Hold on.
Oh no! It might
My
be time
insight-
for inspiration.
Yeah, my insight is +6, but that's still only a 9. So
I was gonna say, yeah, because her
I will
how to say,
use
her eyes
my-
are not going to change, but
Yeah,
you
I
could
will use
probably
my
see a slight
inspiration.
shift.
Actually,
Where are you keeping the mood ring?
no, I'm not using my inspiration yet.
She's just holding it at the moment, so it's probably in her pocket yet. She didn't put it on her finger yet.
Oh, okay.
So
'Cause I was
I'm
like,
not-
there's a tell.
I'm not using my inspiration. It's like it's only a 9, so my insight is not that high. But because it was low, I don't notice that your body language has changed.
Yeah, but if you look at her face, you can at least see she is aware, given alertness at least.
Okay. So
after
yeah,
the
Wythr
word.
does like look at her eyes for a bit, but because low insight, she returns her attention back to the general, and she says,
And also, when she does check the eyes, they're still green, but
"Yes,
they're-
yeah."
DM, can I make a case for Akari to receive an inspiration?
For what?
For that insane roll that matched Wythr's insane stealth. She got it exactly. It's a really amazing feat to be able to see Wythr in general and Wythr stealths. I think that is deserving.
I get you. That kind of role, especially matching exactly, just is like a mind blower.
Exactly. Mind-blowing stuff like that, I feel like that is deserving
Sure.
of an
why-
inspiration.
Sure, why not?
Yes. You're welcome.
It's just a reaction, like, well, you're gonna have to beat up what? Like, just a
Yeah,
reaction.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I
have to
didn't
beat
expect
the-
you to.
oh, we
I was
beat it.
so cocky. I was like, "You're not gonna beat that." You what?
Oh, we beat it. Oh no.
All right. I just wanted to make my case. I'm glad that you saw reason. Please
I
continue.
appreciate that.
So, Wither's attention is back on the general, and she sort of like shakes her head a bit, almost to retract her previous statement. And then she just says, "Just watch. Something interesting is going on."
Akari nods and watches too.
And we will just stalk this guy for a while.
Yep.
Is it time for the Toto Velkorin conversation?
You guys are able to retreat to the privacy of a room now if you want, because you have the room key. So if you wanted to have a private
Ooh.
conversation, you actually can now.
That's correct.
I would say Toto right now is just staring at Velkorin, kind of like puppy eyes, like wanting to tell them something, but there's people around.
It's like you're trying to get their attention, hope they
Neat.
come to say something, but you're just waiting for our word.
Need to ask Dad a question, but he's talking with the grown-ups.
Since I would notice this, I would finish my writings and then close my quill inside of my book and close it and move it to where like it's still under my hand so nobody can open it. Can I help you, Toto?
Get that. Toto, hold up the key. Can we speak upstairs, privately, please? There's things I'm
can.
gonna tell you.
We can. Give me one moment. I'm gonna latch my journal closed and put it away. Which I just tuck it inside my shirt. And then I will get up and then I'll have Toto lead the way.
Whee! Toto goes up the stairs.
And tries to lock on every door because we don't know what door it goes to.
I would assume that the room number's hanging on
I
the
was
key.
gonna say. Yeah.
You guys try every lock anyway, and then you look down and you're like, "Oh, room 11, right?"
Yeah.
I have a
Joey.
question. When they go into the room, since I'm assuming our rooms are neighboring, I would hear them open the door. Could I roll a perception check to try and listen in
You
through the
fiend.
walls?
Yeah. I guess.
Okay, so let's see what my perception. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
To listen to their conversation through the walls, and they don't know that I'm listening, so I don't know how they would counter that.
I don't think we do, actually.
Yeah, I was
since
gonna
we
say
don't
because
know.
you're just laying in your bed, so it's not like you're going
Yeah.
ear to the wall. You're just
Yeah.
laying in your bed.
Yeah, and I hear the door open, and so I'm like, huh. And so while I'm still resting, because with a short rest you don't have to sleep.
All right.
And I mean, I assume the walls aren't soundproof. With the dirty 20, I would think that I'd get like most, if not all, of the conversation.
What did I just make you roll for? Because I'm stupid. Brain farted.
Perception
Okay, I
to
was about to say-
listen in on the conversation.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you rolled a 20, I was going to say, because that's what I would do, is depending on how thick the wall is. But if you got a 20, you're probably fine. You would be able to pick up the majority of the conversation if they are talking in a generally normal tone.
Sorry, but that's the way the dice goes. And Vivra would listen in.
There. All right, continue your guys' conversation.
Congregation.
Whatever. Conversation.
Congregation.
Conversation.
It's congregation and conversation all together.
Yeah.
Conversation. I love it. I don't know why, but I love it.
Once both of them are in the room and the door is closed, Toto will turn around and be like, okay. So we have to stay here for at least 3 days because I put in an order for new clothes. Is that okay?
I feel like that's a conversation we could have had at the table.
No, there's more to this.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna pace really quick. DM,
You
my
say,
letters
do
I
you...
sent out, how long would I need to give them before they would be able to mobilize? Because I want them to be there when we get there. Because I don't want to walk into it alone, like, if that makes sense. I would rather have my people there already scouting in as big of a force as possible by the time I get there.
Correct. Okay. Just to clarify, the place you guys need to go is different than where you would want them to be scouting.
Oh, then that's fine. We can stay here as long as we want.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was clear. The place that you are involved with is not where you guys were going to go to.
Then that is fine. We can stay here for 3 days. That is fine with me.
awesome. Also, I also talked with the local blacksmith about my Shiekah slate in particular, and about materials. There's something that I want to do with it, and I wanted your input on it too. I was thinking of using this Shiekah slate as like the heart of something else. Like I want to make a construct that can help us on this journey.
You want to put your slate inside a construct.
Yes.
Is that something you're going to be able to actually do?
I don't know, but I want to try. But here's the thing. This blacksmith, I told them about this, and I would need to speak with a traveling blacksmith. His name is Toto will bring out a paper. Crystal, I think. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Crystal.
Krestov, Krestov.
Oh, Crystal. Okay. And he mentioned that the material that the Shiekah slate is made of is somewhere around Death Mountain. And I would need quite a bit of it.
All right.
But I know we have other priorities first, so this is kind of like whenever we have a lot of free time.
We can make it work. To my knowledge, there's only one more thing we have to really do after we're done out here. So we should be able to make it work. We just have to make sure the rest of the group is okay with us traveling over there.
Yes, and that's why I wanted to bring it up to you first.
I would recommend tinkering yourself as well and learning more of the internals if you need a specialized blacksmith for this. You might need to start honing your own skills a little more as well. That way, when we do find them, if we find them, it would be something you guys can help with to a greater level.
Yeah. I'm always trying to tinker with my Shiekah slate when we're not, like talking to people or fighting or whatever. Usually just during the downtime.
But I do agree, it would be smart to have a construct, especially one standing close to you.
And do you know if there's perhaps a library nearby? Because I kind of want to instill this construct with like knowledge of like basic healing. Because we seem to get hurt a lot. Specifically me. Almost died. Sorry, Toto is very ADHD.
You wouldn't have known about apothecary at the potion shop. I'm assuming he got pulled away for a second. Yeah. That would be something that both of you probably would have remembered walking in, seeing that there was a potion shop, so that would probably be your best bet as far as looking for something involving healing or learning how to do that kind of stuff.
Discord did that beautiful thing where it wants to reset for no reason.
Did you cut out then?
What was the last thing you guys heard me say?
There was a long
Oh,
silence,
no.
so yeah.
Let's see. There's one more thing to do after the desert, and it's smart for Toto to create a construct.
Yeah, that was the last thing I said.
Or that they have to learn to maintain themselves or something.
No,
Yeah, well, they'll have to learn how to maintain it themselves, and then it would be smart to have a construct standing next to Toto to protect her.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We did hear that, I think.
That's it. And then my Discord went, we're updating, but we're not updating because we're Discord and we're a terrible program.
Oh,
Yep.
so you didn't hear me ask you about a possible library nearby for healing, learning about healing purposes for the construct?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Okay,
And that was
that's
when I
what
responded.
Toto asked you.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
had said that you guys did see the apothecary potion shop when you were walking around town. That would probably be your best bet for a library or stuff like that.
Yeah, and I need to go there anyway. Because that's where you get the special potions, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you
Yeah. But yes, the apothecary is probably our best bet. I'll be going there tomorrow, and you're free to come with me.
Cool, sounds like a plan then. I will come along. But one more question for you. I want to make this construct in like... What do you think? Hold on. Toto will start doodling on 2 separate pieces of paper. Okay. Right there. And done. And Toto will show you those 2 pieces of paper. One looks vaguely like a Zora, and then the other one looks vaguely like a Goron. Which one for what the construct looks like?
Does it have any benefit for being these shapes, or are they just aesthetics?
Just aesthetics.
Go with the Goron. That way, if you get tired, it can carry you easier.
Woo! Okie dokie.
That's a lot of supplies.
Oh, and I guess one last thing. Vivra seems to be angry with you for some reason, but she wanted me to tell you that the general guy seems really suspicious and stuff. That dude was at the bar or something.
A general is at a bar. Is there any other information, or is it just a random assumption?
I think it's a random assumption. I'm not sure.
That does not
She-
surprise me. I will look into
she
it.
kind of got angry at me in her kitty form.
Shocker. Well, I'm assuming
You did
That is
see
why-
the altercation between the general and the other guy.
Yeah. I'm assuming Wythr has already been keeping an eye. So if we can find Wythr, we can probably get more information from her. Or some more
If you
concrete
can
information.
find with it.
If I can find Wythr, yes.
Good luck. And Akari.
Then I guess we will head out, and I'll go back to my table and I'll order food.
Toto hungry.
I'll just say, as you're... Toto made you kind of extra aware of this guy, but you kind of now notice that when you walked down, the general seemed to be eyeing you up for a while and kind of held his look at you for a while. Before
Is he
going
sitting
back.
by himself?
He's at the
Okay,
end of the
then
bar.
I would like to just walk by him. I'll point to have Toto go to our table that we were sitting at. I'm just going to sit next to him.
He kind of just gives you the head nod while he's throwing his drink.
I understand I am quite attractive, but usually people say hello first before they stare.
Said the masked guy.
You're not here, so you cannot talk.
I know. Whatever.
You kind of get the eyebrow raise from him.
Oh my
The,
goodness.
the confused
So-
eyebrow raise.
So this guy is the captain of the guard, right?
Yeah, it's assumed. Or general. Probably one step higher than the captain of the guard. But he's like, great, interesting assumption you made there, but I guess, sure.
Is there something that you need? There's an interesting events that took place before we walked in here.
See, he kind of just sighs because he's obviously a higher up person. That not good for his reputation to have something like that happen.
In front of the town?
In front of the town. Just for the audience sake, because I don't remember if I just... Pretty sure I showed him on screen, but just another again. He's got neck-length red hair. He's a Hylian. He looks to be probably in his early to mid-30s. Very strong brow and pale gold eyes. He has a slight beauty mark on his cheek. As of what he's wearing right now, it's very, very high-end cloth. Obviously, he's a person who's a high rank, so probably has a good chunk of money. So he might not look like, or I should say it's technically still plain clothes, but they are very high quality plain clothes because he's not on duty, so he wouldn't be wearing his armor right now.
Makes sense.
But it is very much, this guy's probably rich AF. But yeah. Okay, and anyway, you had said some shit that happened. It's kind of... He can see the deep sigh as he's like, yeah, this is the 5th group I've gone through to try to deal with this damn problem I've had, and no one seems to be able to deal with the damn thing, and it's, uppers are getting pissed off at me now, and It's just very, very frustrating.
And what seems to be your problem? That 5 groups aren't able to handle it. If you don't mind me asking, that is.
Wouldn't hurt. Another body's another body. I'm sure when you walked in, you saw that massive rundown building on the west end of the square here.
Yes, the manor.
Yeah. Well, there seems to be a vengeful spirit that has taken up its residence for some reason. Not really sure why, what's going on with that, but been trying to deal with it for a while. But whenever somebody goes in, less people come out, and they get mad and say no. We are, thankfully, the spirit seems to have isolated itself just to that building, but it's again a problem because, we don't know how long it's going to stay that way.
Is it a confirmed spirit in there, or is it just people going in, getting scared, and leaving?
We are assuming it is a spirit of some sort of vengeful spirit. The only reports that we have is once the crews have gone in, as soon as they go in, they get yelled at to leave immediately, and if they don't, they get attacked by undead that seem to appear out of nowhere. 2 of the groups, we've had at least 5 casualties, and then on top of 2 of the casualties, their bodies almost seemed like they aged instantly. Like when they pulled them out, their body had just decayed almost instantly. We're not sure what's going on with her. Again, we are lucky that it's isolated at that point, so we're keeping the people away from it and everything, but we're not sure how much longer it's going to stay in that building.
Well, lucky for you, I've now been told I have to sit here for 3 days. I can help you with your problem, or at least try. I do have a group of people that may be able to assist in this. I'll even sweeten the deal for you. We'll go in with no charge. That way you don't have to be held reliable, or you have to worry about paying us if we flee, or we can argue it. But if we take care of the problem, you pay us double what you're going to pay the rest of the groups. That way, you won't have to have another altercation in the middle of town.
You roll persuasion.
Okay.
I'm only getting half of this conversation.
Yep. Deal with it. You said persuasion?
Right.
That's a 19.
Kind of see him think. Kind of looks down for a second. He's thinking. How many are in your group?
Currently 5.
Not including the fairy.
Most
Or
people
not
probably
Nora.
wouldn't include the fairy. They would see the fairy and just think it's a fairy.
Oh, well, I have to tell you. See, your passive insight is good enough, and I rolled shit.
Oh.
Ooh.
I have theories, but I don't know.
There.
I probably can't get a similar insight check since I'm just reading lips. I wouldn't get as much of the emotion or anything, and I also am missing half the conversation, so
He's like, all right, well, the reward for the last group was 500 per person. So if you manage to deal with it, I'll put it at 1,000 per person.
That works with me. But I do have a few more questions. Usually simple questions are, how long has this been going for?
Get back. Well, pretty much. Suppose it probably is involved. The previous owner, they had left town. It seemed to kind of happen right around that point. The family that lived there were obviously fairly well off based on the site, but they had decided to up and leave for some whatever reason about 3 or 4 months ago. About a week after they had left, all of a sudden the next person, essentially the person who was going to take over the house, was attacked and hasn't been able to go back since.
So it started with this abandonment.
Yes.
Is it more active at night or during the day?
It is only active if somebody enters the house, as far as we've noticed.
I'm going to ask this because now it is my own life I'm putting on the line. Is there anything that you know that you haven't shared with me about this house? Remember, this is for your benefit as well.
I wouldn't be lying if I said there isn't a particular reason I want to get this house cleared out. But outside of having a safe town. But there's a good amount of, we're assuming this family had kept a large amount of either essentially their estate value, or not estate, what's the word?
So you want... Is this for you, or is it for the town?
It'd be for the town. Assets, that's the word I'm for. Their remaining assets that they left.
So he doesn't want us to steal all the assets. Okay. Am I getting that he's now telling me the truth on everything?
You can roll an insight if you want. They're actively
I'll take
trying to.
A nat 20.
Oh.
You and your nat 20s.
I have one dice that's good against him, and I only roll it when I actually want information.
You fucking
It's weird that it's just nothing but 20s on all sides.
you son of a bitch.
All I have to do is add a number. Like, there's one side that says 1, I just add 19 to it, and automatically it's a 20.
I see.
I told you what you see. His response is, yeah, like I said, I've told you all that we've gotten. Like I said, we've had a few different groups that have gone in to do it, but we haven't really. Obviously, I'm still having the problem. And you can see he's extra frustrated every time he thinks about it. That we haven't dealt with this damn problem yet. So, but that's all I know.
I'm gonna just stare at him now through my mask.
Okay. He doesn't know you're staring at him, I guess. You're just
Well,
looking at
my
him
mask, my mask has to look at him,
You're
so he
looking
just
at
has a
him.
mask looking at him. Friend, you're quite easy to read. There's no reason to hold back, because either way, you're going to be paying me and I'm going to be leaving, or I'll be dead. So tell me what's really going on.
And it gives you the side eye. Like, Whether or not you think you can read me or not, that's what I'm telling you. Long story is, the house is a threat to the town. I need to deal with it because obviously my position requires me to deal with it. I can't deal with it myself, so I've been trying to hire it out. At this point, the money would be coming out of my pocket to pay you for your service. That part of the phrase, you would know.
Okay.
Can Wither see that, like, is this guy getting visibly annoyed or, like,
You can make
more
an insight
aggressive
check.
or hostile from
me-
what I can see?
I'll have you make an insight check.
Okay. I can't roll above a 10, guys.
Oh my gosh, not again.
It's a 12 total. Actually, I'll use my inspiration now because I didn't use it earlier.
Okay.
I'll use my
Hey.
inspiration now to reroll. Okay, that's a bit better. So that is a 19 total.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see his demeanor is kind of... He's on edge. It seems like Velkorin is picking up on things he thought he was hiding. So he's getting frustrated. You can already tell he was frustrated based on how he was speaking, but now he's kind of like...
Visibly frustrated.
Visibly frustrated and getting on... He's on edge because, like, this guy's trying to read me too much, but...
Wither looks like she's paying attention to see if his hands are near a weapon at all, like if he's gonna get violent or anything.
They are.
I as the player assume he's not gonna like attack someone in the middle of public, but
No, definitely. His hands are on the
does
table
he
still.
have? Okay, does he have a weapon on him?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, but he's not reaching for it or anything. Okay.
No. He has a long
Whether,
he has a
like,
long sword on his hip.
Tenses up, but then she's like a little bit more relaxed again as she's just watching. But she does have, like, she's kind of got one of her hands on the window latch in case she needs to, like, open the window in a hurry.
I'll ask one more question before I leave you to your night. There's nothing I'm going to find in there that you want to be kept a secret, is there?
Mhm.
Because if there is, I need to know now.
He says not that I know of, but you can tell he's lying. Like I said, to be blunt, I just need that cleared out.
If I find something, I will bring it to the head of the town. Even if you refuse to pay me at that point.
Kind of scoffs and he says, "There isn't much people higher than I don't know what to do."
But there are people higher than you. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk away.
Oh my goodness.
And I walk away.
Threatening your employer always goes well.
Wythr, who is
He
looking,
has reason.
I was gonna say Wythr, who is looking at him, sees his grip just very tight on the glass. That he's
Shatters in his hand.
Yeah.
no, not that.
Aw,
Draw a little
I
attention.
was waiting for it to shatter.
That would be like a natural 1 on a deception. I'm fine.
Oh, on that first one though, I rolled a nat 1. That's why he started to learn things.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
Oh. Yeah,
I, went,
so
"Oh,
he was,
yeah, I
he
have
was-
to tell you shit now, even with your
Yeah.
passive insight.
Yeah, it's because he's still pissed off about the guy at the fountain. That's why he's
Yeah.
sucking at hiding stuff right now.
Well, also, this is the 5th group he's had to go to.
Exactly.
Akari and I can both read lips, but we can't read Velkorin's lips because he has a mask on. So we got half of the conversation, but I think we got most of the information. we don't know what Velkorin said, but we got all the answers from our viewpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your weird perception is he was talking about the job, but you don't really know what Velkorin was asking up.
And did
Yeah.
Velkorin walk away, like upstairs to the rooms?
No, I went back to my table because I want food.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
more food. I thought you already ate.
I also
No, I was working in my book the
He
whole
ordered.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
funny.
also forgot to add on was Toto sitting with you, or did Toto sit? at-
I pointed Toto to our table so
Okay,
she
the
could,
Toto.
or so they could keep our table.
Okay.
In case people show up and start taking tables.
Yeah.
You never know. It might be dinner time.
Yep, I was gonna say at this point now
I'm
it's
ready
it's-
to go across the table. I'm kidding.
Christ. So, man,
Just like,
excuse me, please get off the table. I don't know where you've been. Jesus, we have beds upstairs for that.
it's like there was this like super serious, tense conversation, and he like leaves, walking away like a badass, sits down, and then orders like dino chicken nuggies for his son.
My son, my child ordered no pickles.
No.
Excuse me, my kid asked for
Oh
no
my
pickles.
gosh. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I would say it's about 5 o'clock now, so most of the stalls, if they haven't packed up, they are finishing up. They're packing up now for the end of the day. The inn itself is a lot more lively as it's approaching closer to dinner time now, and that it's dinner time, so everything's starting to get a little more lively within the buildings.
Wythr looks at Akari and, like, after this conversation says, "Suspicious."
He will not.
Don't be suspicious.
I
Don't be
was
suspicious.
literally thinking the exact same thing. I was holding myself back from singing it because I was like, nope, now is not the time. And then you did it, and I was like, dang it, we could have done it together.
Akari would give Wythr a nod.
I will say I think Wythr will continue watching this guy for a bit. Like, I kind of want to see if I can, like, follow him if he leaves or something, but
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, because I was gonna say she'll also like trail along too to see where that goes.
How much time has passed, did you say?
About 5. Your hour nap has passed by this point.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh.
It's about
Yeah.
it's about
Sorry,
5
I
o'clock
spaced
now,
out and came back from my brain exactly when you said time has passed, and I was like, wait, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, yeah, if the hour's passed, then she'll probably have to come downstairs because she's like, I don't want to waste any of my rations right now. I'd rather go get food downstairs or something. So she'll be meandering down the stairs. Are you guys still eating or something, or? I know Wythr's continuing to be stealthy.
with Akari, yeah. Wythr's
Yeah.
very curious, and she likes to investigate things. So
Vivra's also curious, but she's not nearly as good at investigating than Wythr or Akari. Very, very blunt about it. So, if Velkorin and Toto are the only two she sees, then she'll get food and probably take it outside to eat it.
I'm eating pizza.
Pizza. I guess pizza can exist because they have ovens and stuff.
pizza can exist as a treat.
Pizza exists. Oh, right.
Pizza's probably expensive, although our meal is comped, so I can absolutely see all of us going, so what can I get?
Bring
what
me
is
your
this?
finest.
Hey,
Your
to-
finest dino nuggies.
To a point.
Top shelf dino nuggies.
To a point.
Give me
Yes.
a pizza with peeps on it.
Wait, let DM
Sorry,
speak, you guys!
Sorry.
Point. Yes, they're like. They'll give you a typical normal meal. If you want the fancy
Aw.
stuff, then you gotta pay for it.
That's
Give
fair.
me
It's like,
a
here's your chicken
discount.
dinner and 1 beer. That's what you get for free. If you want anything else, you have to do the rest.
a beer? Wow.
Ale, whatever.
As an example.
As an example.
Vivra will take an ale. Take it right outside. How many drinks do I have to drink before I start rolling Constitution saving throws to not get drunk?
I don't know. How's your constitution?
It's 17, so it's a +3, so 6 drinks.
That I have a constitution?
Yeah, my Constitution's great.
I guess you are the only one that has constitution, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
Constitution,
probably a couple then.
Constitution. Gosh, I rolled so well for Vivra. I just realized the only very crappy roll she has is Strength.
But,
Your
yeah.
finest cedar cask aged grape juice. Please.
Don't call me out.
That was a weirdly hard to read.
That was a
The chat
mouthful.
calls you out because it pops up on screen. Everyone can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd be able to handle your liquor pretty well then if your con is that high.
Yes, time to have so many drinks.
But yeah.
She'll have a few. Just let me know when I need to start rolling Constitution saving throws to not be drunk.
Yeah, after about 3 you'd probably have to start.
Cool.
But yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I guess what are you guys doing besides eating? I guess for the other two that are watching the dude, at this point you see he has started to drink a little more heavily. Still
Vivra sits down next to him and just starts matching his pace a little bit.
you gotta catch up. He's already at like 6.
No, I know, but like if he downs one of the drinks, she'll look and go, huh, and down one herself to see what he does.
And then I'll just also add on the fact that the glass that he's been drinking has the same moon pendant that you guys got from Violet. So he's been drinking their stuff.
Oh, he's drinking the good stuff.
He's drinking the good shit.
Hmm.
The good milk.
Yep, literally. He's drinking
Getting drunk on milk.
Yeah.
Getting drunk on alcoholic milk. That's
It's
disgusting.
basically Bailey's Irish cream.
Oh, delicious. No. So Vivra can pretty easily tell that he's kind of drunk at this point, right? Or do I need to roll for that or anything? Because
He is
My
surprisingly
passives are-
not.
he's not drunk?
Oh, he's
Even after 6?
nope.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was gonna say something, but if he's not actually drunk, I guess I won't.
He's got a bit of the rosy cheeks, but he's not drunk.
Okay. But I can tell that he's kind of higher up, kind of strong. It's like, you don't look like the type of person to be trying to get drunk at an inn bar. You
Yeah.
look like, yeah?
Well,
What's
where else
what's-
the fuck am I supposed to go? There's only one bar in this whole damn town, pretty much, that serves this shit. Everything else is piss water.
why stay in this town then? With
He talks
that
a lot of
emblem, I
shit
feel
for
like you
somebody
could get
drinking
anywhere.
Baileys.
Bailey's is
Hey,
delicious.
Shut up.
Yeah, you don't talk shit if you're drinking Baileys.
Hey, calm down. I was making just a way to
Explains
make
why
it
he's-
sound the same, but still, fuck
Explains
off.
why he's not drunk yet.
I was making an example, you bastards. It's more of a magical drink that's causing the drunkenness than it would be the actual alcohol on it.
I see.
But
Okay. Anyway,
anyway, that
back
was
to our
his
conversation.
His response, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's Vivra did respond. She's like, yeah, but aren't there other cities with better stuff? What'd your higher up make you get stuck in this small place?
Just kind of like looked at you sideways. He's like, you know how much these cost, right?
Yeah. Why are
Really?
you drinking them here?
Because you can only get them here. Also, do you actually know how much they cost?
Didn't you say they were like 100 gold?
No.
No. What did you say?
These
You
are
told
about
me
5,000 gold apiece.
5,000.
That's why I said you can't sell them. Or Violet told you.
She didn't tell us why we couldn't sell them.
Correct.
Yeah, she was just like, you can't sell them. Okay. Well, makes sense then.
And that's why I have the job here. As he
Really?
finishes his drink.
You got the job here just for those. Well, I guess they are worth it. You're
For
probably
the
about
money so I could buy this whenever I want.
for the
He lives for the milk.
the pay's that good here? How do I get something like no, she wouldn't say that. I don't know what to say. She's trying to just make friendly conversation with him at this point. But like she feels like if she just acts too forcibly friendly, it wouldn't work, especially for someone like him.
Yeah, and you can tell he's very annoyed right now in general, not necessarily by you, but just in general he's very his body language is very annoyed.
Yeah. You might get a lot of money here, but you don't seem very happy.
Be fine if the damn problem would get fixed when I pay these damn idiots to fix the problem.
Is that what that argument in the square was all about? Quite a public display.
Just at this point, and it's like, yeah, that's what it was.
How are you gonna find another group?
Well, it seems the guy in the mask back there decides he wants to give it a go, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
You don't say.
Not, we're on to the next asshole.
They really are all assholes, aren't they?
I'd like to avoid dealing with the real asshole of this town before I get to him. But at this point, we might have to.
Well, here's to hoping the next guy you deal with isn't as much of an asshole.
Well, my luck's going, he probably is, so whatever.
Wow. Alright. He's just being a pessimist at every turn. Which, I mean, for Vivra, it's almost like she's like, yeah, kind of the real world, but some people are easier to deal with than others. And some people you have to deal with, but I guess...
Stop talking about me!
I'm not dead!
It's like I can still hear their voice.
But tell people I'm dead!
Ugh. How about we just shut up and drink?
Good to me.
Perfect. So, yeah, so they'll drink and she'll have her meal and just kind of... I think that she'll continue small conversation with him. I don't know if you want me to roll to see if, like, they get friendlier with one another or what.
I don't think friendly is in this guy's
Well,
program.
not friendly, but you know what I mean. Like, he sees everyone as a-holes, but he might see her and give her a pass in the future, potentially. Because she's the one person that was, like, talking to him like a person and not like a money bag.
I feel like you greatly overestimate how much somebody who's pissed off and 6 drinks in
Yeah,
cares.
I was gonna say.
I know, but here... Okay.
You
probably not.
greatly
No.
overestimate that.
He's already was extremely frustrated on top of the alcohol. Adding on to it, his demeanor probably would not change towards you throughout. He also has, personality flaws that probably wouldn't let him react as well. But that's a different story.
What's my What if I get a nat 20 on persuasion? I'll even do it on the computer.
I guess that's the only way you're gonna get it though, is if you get a nat 20.
Nope.
No.
The attempt was made. I mean, they're both kind of pissed off at most of the people around them, so I feel like it's just mutual drinking of whatever.
This conversation, similarly to when Velkorin was talking to this guy, Wythr watching
You're
outside.
watching!
Yep.
Yes, I can see everything you said because you don't have a mask.
Yep. Sorry, did too.
Like when
It's perfect.
when
It's
Velkorin,
perfect. I love it.
Got the
she's
two-
like,
You
wow,
would see-
Vivra talks a lot of shit about us.
You would see Vivra glance towards Velkorin and Toto
Yeah.
when like some assholes. But then you would also hear her say some people are easier to talk to than others. And Wythr's nowhere to be looked at for Vivra, so she can't,
Mhm.
see that unfortunately, but
But
you know.
anyway,
You got the two
Anyway.
kids peeking in through the window watching the adults.
yeah. The same way that when I was talking to this guy, she saw this guy getting like agitated and she got like a little bit tense, like she was like prepared for to protect someone or whatever. And then she relaxed a bit as Velkorin leaves, and then Vivra starts talking to this guy, and then she's like tensed up again. She's like, oh god.
Oh god. Oh god. Which one's worse?
And-
Oh god. Oh god.
Yes, she's a bit on edge while people are like talking to this guy because she's sort of expecting, or not expecting, but preparing herself for the worst if someone's gonna get hurt or something. If he's gonna like throw a punch at someone, she doesn't know because there was already this big altercation in public already. So, but then as it calms down now, Wythr is like relaxed a bit again and back to watching. She's sticking with her plan of wanting to follow this guy at some point,
Mhm.
if that's all right.
Okay. Before we get to that, what is everybody else doing? I guess.
Peace.
There.
Yeah. Eyes emoji.
Just taking my notes out and then continue working on my notes, which is I will tell you about later. Because they'll come into play probably in the next session or two. Work on that and then wait for Wythr and Akari to come back so I can update them that we have a job.
Toto is doodling on the Goron drawing a little more.
Giving it tattoos.
Making
and
the
muscles.
blueprint. Making the blueprint.
Yeah.
That's so funny, because I was gonna say that maybe while Vivra's eating, since she's kind of done with the conversation, she's also sort of waiting for him to leave so that she might follow if she decides to not actually drink more than she can handle. But I was gonna say that she might also be doodling a little bit. Like a squirrel or just something.
Copycat.
It was in my brain before you said anything, you jerk.
Sure it was.
Wait, let me roll for it. Yeah, just animals. That's unfortunate. My phone.
Yeah, we'll say after a few more drinks, he kind of just gets up in a huff and is like, alright, I'm done with this. And drops up a bag for the shopkeep, and she doesn't even half a second before that thing hits the table that it's in her hand and gone.
Yeah. Doesn't want anyone pickpocketing it.
No.
Man, I had an idea of like, oh, maybe I can use my new blowgun to like shoot a written message to Velkorin to tell him what we're doing. I'm like, I can't write.
Nope.
I can't write in this language.
Nope.
So, if he's getting up to leave, Wythr's going to like point at her eyes, point at him, looking at Akari, and ask Akari like, follow. I'll be back. She's going to, like, once he's out of the inn, she's going to slip in. Well, actually, maybe Akari should tell them because I don't talk much. Maybe Akari should do the talking. Okay, rewind. Wythr looks at Akari, gestures to her eyes, gestures at the guy, says, let's follow. Tell Velkorin and points inside.
Do you maybe she? No, she doesn't have blow darts. She wouldn't think of that. Or would she?
Ninja Star.
You
Right into
you
his
can
mask.
probably
Speaking-
see that Wythr has one now. She has a blowgun with darts.
Mm,
Mm.
maybe not shooting a weapon into a establishment
Yeah, in
bad
a
idea.
crowded establishment.
might be a bad
Probably
idea.
wouldn't know better.
God damn it.
Ask, do you have
I can
paper?
shoot my own party members if I want to.
Do you have paper for her to write, and she'll let you shoot it?
I don't think Wythr has paper.
Oh well. She'll say,
She
"Be right
is
back."
paper.
She is.
Grab her
paper.
bandages.
No.
Akari would swiftly move over to the group. Well, I guess Velkorin. They're separated enough because Vivra doesn't want to be near them, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Velkorin and Toto at a table together and Vivra at the bar, I believe.
she'll make sure her path is a way that she could pass them three and just say, "Me and Wythr will return," and then leave.
At the end of your video game, Akari and Wythr will return in Whispers of Hope.
Stealth.
2.
Sequel!
Stealth members too.
See you next campaign, guys!
Surprise!
But she will give that update and say they will return, and then just kind of leave.
Oh, are you trying to
See-
make it so Vivra doesn't see you guys?
Well, she'll just say it. You'll see her walking by you. If
The
you choose,
irony.
if you choose to follow, you can. You can.
So you're walking by. I mean, she'd notice you, so she'd be listening. And if you say we will return,
Oh, she'll walk up to Vivra and say it to her too while she's leaving in and out too. She'll make sure all three know.
as
irony
you,
of-
so what? As what?
The irony of Wythr choosing to send Akari because Wythr doesn't talk very much, and she's like, Akari will tell them what's going on, and Akari gives them zero context.
I know
at
the
all.
briefest message.
Uh,
She's in focus mode now.
Okay, so with Vivra being as intelligent as she is, I think she can get context clues. The guy just left, and now suddenly Akari's like, "Oh, we'll be back." As Akari turns away from Vivra, Vivra's going to just quietly turn into a spider and attach to Akari's back.
I thought in my head she was gonna do something like that. Funny enough, I was like, what if she just does that?
Yeah, you were like, "We'll return," and Vivra goes, "Uh-huh," and then you turn around and she just shoo, just
You did this as you walked out the building, I'm right.
Out of everyone's line
Yeah.
of sight as you transform into
Yeah.
a spider.
Okay.
literally using Akari's body to block everyone from my view, essentially.
You are tall. How you
I was
doing
about to say you are
Let's.
taller.
I can roll a stealth if you really want me to.
I mean, if you're gonna do it in the middle of the establishment, you're not really gonna be
Whatever.
hiding it. Do
How
it
many
as you walk
people
out the
are
door.
looking at
Here's
you?
the thing. The most important for no one. I think it's more important for. It doesn't matter because who cares? People know that I'm a druid, and they haven't. I guess they have. No, people know because I transformed in the middle of the freaking square for children. So
True.
Vivra's just like, oh, gonna just hop onto your back.
You're multiple pages are like, come on, a fucking Spider-Man, and we're trying to eat. I don't want to see that. Fucking shit.
You see the little spider legs shrug.
A glass comes flying at Akari,
Hey!
aiming for you.
Toto
was
shoots
gonna
a
say-
spider? I'm
That's
gonna
a
kill it!
17.
Jeez.
Telepathy.
With all
Can you
that-
stop? Can you stop being an idiot for a second?
With all this commotion,
I guess
Akari is going to roll perception.
That would hit Zom.
it would be aimed for Vivra, technically, I
Well,
guess.
Vivra's literally on Akari's back, and the moment she transforms, she goes into like one of the clothing's folds.
Well, I
so
guess
that
then
she's
Akari's taking the hit
obscured.
then at a 17.
That's my armor class exactly.
Your armor class, so you managed to just go dodge the last second before the glass hits you.
That 17 would hit.
Yeah, that would hit.
Oh, wait, you said it meant
Meets
no.
it.
It matches. It's
Meets
matching.
it, beats it.
Oh, right, yeah. So, if I take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, the glass just kind of bonks you in the back of the head.
Wythr, no one's around to see it, but Wythr looks pissed off right now. Like, how dare they?
Akari will turn around.
But she has important things to do, so she's not gonna add to the scene. We're trying to be stealthy, and now there's like this bar scene happening, and
at that point, the barmaid is like, just stop, not in my thing. You go. You are paying for that glass that you just fucking broke. What?
Wythr takes a mental note of the person who threw a glass at Akari.
Okay.
I'm memorizing their face.
It's just some random grumpy old Hylian.
Akari will give a look. Like a look with her red eyes at them, but then leave because she still has other things to do.
Ooh,
I was
red
fucking
eyes.
aiming for you. I'm aiming for the damn spider.
What spider?
Telepathy goes to the guy that was aiming for her. It's like, I will haunt you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Looks at his
Wythr
drink and
has
goes,
been-
all right, we're done today.
Yeah, I did a roll, but Akari will continue.
Wythr has been, she started following this guy while this happened so that they wouldn't lose him. Do you need me to roll a new stealth check for this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll both have to roll a new cell phone, right?
I mean,
Okay. I should have saved my inspiration for this. Let's see.
we'll see. Akari, it's kind of just
Oh,
play catch up a little
never
bit.
mind. I rolled a natural 20 plus 11. That is a 31 stealth.
Is that your first nat 20? No, you've had one more.
Not my
before
first
this, right?
one, but yeah.
Wither
Look at you.
fades from existence and is gone.
But
Literally.
I did want to say that like Wythr's making a conscious effort to hide herself from this guy, and anyone else who might find it suspicious, but she wants to allow Akari to still see her. So like she's keeping an eye out for Akari, and when Akari exits the inn, Wythr will can I try to like signal my presence to Akari only somehow?
I guess. kind of.
Can that be part of my natural 20?
Yeah, I'll go with that because I'm
Of
like,
yeah,
that's
selectively
kinda-
choosing who I'm stealthed from or
because
not.
I'm like, that's kind of counterproductive of
I know.
pointing myself
it's-
out but hiding still. So, but you rolled a 20, so I guess I'll go with it.
I have a question, and I know I'm going back to the freaking bar thing, but Wythr was able to do stealth in the middle of a crowded area. How come I couldn't
She
do stealth in the middle of a crowded area?
outside.
Because people were looking
Wythr
at you when you did it.
Wythr went outside.
Why were people looking at me in a busy bar where everyone's eating and
You
stuff?
are
You're like
7
almost
feet
7
tall.
feet tall. And then you disappeared.
And
You're
you
giant
suddenly
into a spider.
disappeared. Large,
cast a magical
glowy,
spell in
white-skinned
the middle of
person.
a bar.
Yeah,
It's not a glowy spell.
it's still a spell. You would, and people are like, "What?" And disappeared.
Alright.
And the DM did ask you. They gave you the opportunity of, are you doing this in front of everyone or going somewhere else? And you're like, no, in front of everyone.
I started by saying, well, she's kind of like hunched over and she's just turning towards Akari, and as Akari like touches her, she kind of
So
goes
she
with
is
Akari.
6'5" instead of 7 foot when she's hunched over.
You think? Why would you
He's
only
shutting
lose
down.
1 foot? Oh no.
Never mind, it's fine. Never mind, it's fine.
Are you okay? Are you sure? You good?
I think so. I think so.
Right.
Anyways, so I could say, can I shoot like a little pebble, not a dart, with my new blowgun to Akari so that she knows the direction it came from, or something as my way of signaling myself to her?
Yes, rolled a hit. Oh.
Well, okay. Well, do I want to push my luck then? Because you were gonna let me just go with it before.
I was, but
Now I'm trying to
now
make it
you
make
asked
sense,
for
and
it,
now I have
so-
to roll.
Yep.
I was trying to make it make sense. Okay. So that would be a dex, right, for blow
Yeah.
darts? So that's 18.
Sorry, you got a pebble to the forehead.
Not to the forehead. I don't want to hurt my girl.
Vivra's up on the shoulder. You managed to shoot
You
Vivra
sniped
off.
Vizard. Yeah.
And then boom, she's 7 feet tall again. 6'8" or whatever.
Knocks
6'8", yeah.
That'd be the luck. You were aiming for the there's a spider on your
So-
shoulder. I was
Wait,
helping.
you're saying
I was
Vivra
just-
only loses 3 inches when she sits down? Have you seen
You
people
said
sit
hunched
down?
over. I was being facetious.
I know. It's ridiculous, though.
All right. So
Anyways.
Akari, I did do a perception roll with Akari a bit earlier to
Yeah, I
take
saw
note
you
of
got a
it.
27, which
So,
technically
I'm
doesn't
gonna
It's
beat
not a
it.
31, but it's
but-
close enough.
Wait, oh no, not for the stealth thing.
That was perception.
Yeah, but I mean, her eyes will clearly show a glare towards that spider if it's on her shoulder.
It's not.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's on her back. I said, like,
Okay,
semi-covered by some of your clothing.
but because I
She-
did a roll,
She
I'm
could
just gonna
feel the
yeah,
spider crawling on your back.
She probably have an idea that something is different only because she gotta be sneaky usually. Ain't gonna do anything. She doesn't know it's you yet, but you know.
Yeah.
Just
Anyway,
say
So-
just to give the heads up because I made sure to do a roll. Like, how am I gonna play
People
that?
did scream, why'd you turn into a spider? And then they
Yeah,
chucked the glass
exactly.
at you.
So but that's why I also did the perception to kind of think about that. And
Yeah.
then she's like, something does feel a bit off, especially if you
You're
move
like-
around her.
You do know there's, like, Vivra's a druid by now, and
Anyway.
they said
Mhm.
you turned into a spider and Vivra disappeared, so
Anyway.
I think
And I'd
common
say-
sense.
Anyway.
With a 27
anyway.
perception, you can probably
Anyway.
feel a little tickle on your back. And we can
Oh,
move on.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I was just giving the awareness.
Sorry, a
That-
pebble fucked you in the forehead.
Yes.
Not the forehead.
Didn't do any damage. It's a fucking pebble.
She'll take note of where it came from and head towards that direction. I also need to roll stealth again too. Oh wait, no.
If-
Yeah, I
For
was
a
from earlier.
moment, for a moment, you can see where the pebble came from, and you can see Wythr
Oh, no.
just
Oh, no.
barely.
Well, my
You
stealth
have
is a kind of a weak
inspiration.
one. Oh yeah,
Yes, you do.
yeah. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Because part of me wanted to
That's
better.
do stealth first.
That's better.
What?
Double nat 20s for
Oh,
stealth!
good.
Oh my gosh, you guys
There
are
you go.
so invisible.
Ari also fades into non-existence.
I got a 12
But Wythr can
for
still see
hiding
you.
on her back.
Okay,
yeah.
so we got a
you're
31 and
fine.
a 27 stealth following this suspicious guard military general guy.
I technically have to roll a perception.
Wythr is shadowing
oh.
him from a safe distance. She doesn't want to be obvious, but Akari would be slightly farther behind unless you kind of like jog to catch up or something. But
She'll probably start taking
So
the higher
whether-
ground. She'll probably
Let's say,
start
nah,
taking
I
higher
would
ground.
say, nah, she's on the roof already.
yeah, probably.
She'll
Wythr
take the
is-
higher ground, but also, make sure they can see each other or know where they are.
Yeah, she's intentionally keeping her distance, so that she can see both of them at the same time, but she will prioritize following this guy if she has to choose one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that he's walking. His demeanor has relaxed a little bit since now he's out of the bar and just walking. And he's kind of just making his way through the town. I will say with your guys' passive perception, you do see a few times that just a couple people, he'll stop for a second and shake their hand and then keep walking. Some of them doesn't seem like there are a few people that are no like correlation, except for the few. Obviously, he's doing the same thing to the guards every time he walks past the guards too, because obviously he's the boss, the big boss of the guards. But yeah, so he's kind of. It's weird that he's like just shaking people's hands randomly. Reason. But he's kind of at that point. After, you're gonna keep tailing him for a while, and at that point, he would get back to the barracks, kind of where, guards, where all the guards would be at, and he would enter the barracks at that point. You would have seen him enter the barracks.
Okay, so obviously we can't just like go right in there with a stealth. So if there's windows and stuff, I assume would be watching from outside.
And
So this rich guy doesn't have a house. He goes to the barracks.
he probably does, but if he's going to be working the next day, he probably comes to the barracks. Whatever. Or
Right,
maybe
doesn't
he
go
has
home
work,
right
or
away.
he has an office and is going to the office for some reason.
I know. I'm just wondering. I'm still keeping an eye out.
But yeah, so I'll have you make a perception just to kind of try to keep track of him while in the buildings. At that point,
Yes.
this would be a new thing.
25 total for perception.
Oh, God, another 9? Hold on. So 15 total.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, that's
You're like, I only rolled a 9, but my total.
It's a good thing because I can't roll above a 10 most of the time.
yeah.
yeah. For the most part, you're able to kind of keep track of him, and you do see a few times he's stopping and he's talking to some of the guards. Just general conversation. I mean, it's nothing fancy because you both can read lips, so it's nothing. It's just boss is talking to his workers, or the workers are talking to the big boss. Oh, blah, 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 what's going on? How's it going? Nice to see you, boss. What's going on? Blah blah, that kind of crap. He'll eventually kind of make his way to his office. And at that point, it's towards the. It's kind of like, a guard tower where, as you kind of go up higher, that's essentially how the ranking system works for that. And he is basically at the top of the tower, minus, obviously the actual roof of the tower. But he is at the top, so if you would be able to infer that there probably isn't really anybody above him except for like the literal leader of the town. As far as what that's going. Yeah, he's kind of checking a bunch of his papers at this point. Doesn't seem to be. He's doing, as far as you can tell, he's doing his job, doing work, checking papers, signing off on things.
So now that we're further away from the market square, where like a lot of the buildings are more temporary and like the roads aren't paved as nicely and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So is there like a tree or something that we can be in?
Yeah, and trees are tense essentially. At this point, you guys, like I said, you guys are getting towards the outskirts. This is kind of a watchtower in essence.
Yeah, so like we want a view into that watchtower room if we can.
Right. It is a rather tall one. You can't obviously see into the room perfectly, but you could still see him walking around in the room.
Okay.
And if you were to get far enough distance away because of the weird angle, you could probably see somewhat into his room, but for the most part, there aren't really any trees tall enough to be able to view into that room easily.
Okay, so we just get whatever the best vantage point we can get.
Right.
And Akari has like some kind of fancy cape that does something for trees. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is it stealth or acrobatics
I believe
or
it's
something?
stealth, if I remember right. If they're not moving while wearing it, they can hide.
Okay.
As if they were invisible while they're in trees.
Also,
If you want to like go back to the other players or time skip or anything, my plan is for Wythr to watch for a long time. And like if he leaves this tower, I think she might want to like try to climb in and investigate inside.
I have a plan that Akari will mention right now.
Yeah.
Just like going by everything that happened, it's just like, Vivra, if you're on me, go into the tower and snoop on them.
Oh god.
Telepathy.
Yeah, I was gonna say she wouldn't understand as a spider, but
yes, I'm here. You want me to what?
Into the tower. Snoop and see what's going on.
As a spider?
Yes.
Okay. and
And
I
can we-
I crawl
Hold on.
around onto your stomach and do a salute.
Is there anything we can do to give, basically a help action to give Vivra advantage on her stealth check for this? Because I really don't want.
Vivra will.
I don't want a
telepathy-
repeat of the last spider
Okay,
incident.
so Vivra will telepathy it back to Akari. Would you rather go in, or you or Wythr? Because you guys are so stealthy.
You're a smaller size right now. It'll probably be better for you while he's in there right now.
Yes, but I have a way to help you. I suppose we could both go in.
If you have a way to help us, we could wait until he leaves the room, use whatever your help is, and go in. To be safe. Because Wythr wants to be safe about this. We're split up from the group. She doesn't want to
can-
get noticed or in trouble or anything.
Yeah, we could give it a
I
moment and see
think
how
I
he's.
can help
you
one of
see
you.
that Wythr looks a little bit wary about the idea right now. Like,
Okay.
she sort of quietly just says, like, better to wait. But you guys can still come to your own conclusions and make your own plan if you want to. But that's me communicating what I'm trying to say through Wythr.
Akari gives a thumbs up and thinks they can wait. Plus, it'll give a chance for other characters just in case anything too.
Yeah.
Role
the
play
other
eating
two.
your food at the restaurant.
Yes, roughly.
If you want. Or whatever else you're doing.
You guys do have the other room key. Wow, this is working out.
Yeah,
If
so
not,
yeah.
DM can skip ahead.
I guess yeah. What are the other two doing while they do that?
Basically, Akari came in and said, Wythr and I will return, and then left.
And then
With no context,
Yeah.
although.
yeah. And they would know that Vivra was not subtle.
No, she wasn't at all.
It's fine. Vivra is not known for her subtlety. I feel like that's just a thing at this point.
Yeah.
And part of it is player stupidity. I gotta be honest. Vivra's a lot smarter than I am.
Hey.
No, me, Vivra.
I know.
Wait. No, Vivra's intelligence is so good.
Wythr was also already following this guy, so she trusts that context was given to Velkorin. Sorry, Velkorin, that you didn't get any context. Wythr does
Yeah.
not know that you have no context.
You give him a note?
No,
Oh, you didn't.
No,
Okay.
Akari
I missed
walked
that
in.
part.
Because I can't
will
write.
return.
I can't write in Hylian.
I know. I said I thought Akari had written a note for him.
Nope.
No,
Akari
I
just said
sent-
they will
Nope.
return.
Oh, okay. All right.
So funny.
And that's it.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, what are Velkorin and Toto doing again? I guess.
Well, they've been gone for what? A whopping 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, not too
The
long.
Yeah.
same exact thing I did 5-10
This
minutes
chicken
ago.
is
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Probably
Yeah,
like
if you
half
don't-
an hour at
that's
this
what
point.
I was gonna say.
Still not very
Even
long.
at half
though.
an hour, I'm still
Yeah.
working on my notes and
Yeah.
working on my journal. And she like
How-
Toto's most
How
likely
long are
still
you guys?
drawing.
You said you're wanting to either wait until he leaves or.
Yeah, so like if there's gonna be like if we're gonna skip ahead in time, if there was something else you wanted to get done, you could say that, or DM can just skip if there's nothing you want to add.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Yep.
I just didn't want to like steamroll over anyone else's RP time.
Yeah. Okay. So.
This
Yeah.
chicken is delicious.
The top
Roll for
tier.
chicken.
The
Top
fuck is a chicken?
Roll for chicken.
Fuck is a chicken?
A cuckoo.
There you
a
go.
cuckoo.
This cuckoo is
Okay,
delicious.
there you go.
Top tier roleplay. Top tier. Wait, you were saying chicken earlier, Zom.
I know. Zom argued with me in the car saying that chickens and cuckoos were the same thing, and I said they weren't. Oh well, now look who's talking.
Right? Exactly.
The same
You're
thing,
like,
but a
Vibra
different
was
name.
served chicken and ale.
Whatever. It was the example. Calm down.
Could you? Oh my gosh! What if she did get drunk and then turned into the spider?
Oh no.
I'm
Right.
kidding. She didn't
All right,
actually.
I
There
will-
wasn't enough time. It'd been funny though.
Yeah, we'll say
Um,
probably about 3 hours have passed then, so we'll
Okay.
be.
Vivra would have Vivra's thing lasts 2 hours at a time, so she would have transformed back.
Yep.
2 hours in, and
Hopefully
she just
On
just
the
in
ground or tree.
No, well, they're in the tree, so as like it's nearing the end, she would find a good branch that you guys aren't on, and then transform back and just kind of grip it, like I'm good over here. It's fine.
Oh, as long as she gets off the body before the transform.
Right? Oh my god. Oh, what if we wait? Should I roll to see if she realizes that she's gonna transform back?
You just said that she's really smart.
I know. I did. That's true. Yeah, she's smart, but she's also very obtuse. So
Imagine with her ability, she's aware of it. I imagine.
I mean, she's got to be at least a little aware of it, you know.
Yeah.
Although when she had the wolf ring, she used to just let it go for as long as she felt like. So she
yeah,
might
true.
be
Your
she might be
choice.
a little rusty. DM, should I roll for it, or do you
You
think
can
she's
roll
fine?
for an acrobatics. See if you catch the branch when you go.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted.
You spoke up, so that's what you get to
She
deal with
wants
now.
to roll.
Spoke up.
She wants to roll to see if she knows, like, if she's aware that her wild shape is about to end or not.
Because she's been very used to having it for
That's
much
why my
longer.
response is no, she wouldn't be, because she's used to being in it for 10 hours.
Okay.
So I'm on Akari when I just trying to catch myself instead of
Pretty
landing
much.
on you, I guess. So you said acrobatics?
Yeah, we'll say acrobatics.
That's gonna be a 9, soldier.
Oh no.
Oh,
And after
Yes.
the lover's card and everything, oh my gosh,
Well,
this is great.
I guess I will give a
You are
second
now on top of
acrobatics
your
to Akari to
fated
see if they get pulled down with her.
No, I figured the acrobatics was to try to catch myself before I fell on top of Akari. It's straight up to
I
Not
said
fall off the
to
hole.
catch the branch as you poofed back into existence.
okay. Well,
And
then
since
I
you were
didn't grab
on
the
top
branch.
of
I
him.
probably ended up grabbing Akari.
That's why I'm saying
And
Akari
the
needs to
branch.
roll for an
Oh my
acrobatics
gosh.
too now.
I was gonna say, can Akari roll something to try to catch her while
Yes.
not falling?
Wither
again?
will
why I'm saying
give
it.
the help action to try to catch Akari also, so Akari roll with advantage.
Oh my gosh, this is
If
straight
that's
up.
allowed.
What's the freaking movie with the wolf?
Acrobatics, right?
Yes.
Bad Guys. This is straight up out of Bad Guys.
Oh, so acrobatics I'm rolling?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and with advantage?
Yes, if that's allowed by the
Yeah, if
DM's
you're gonna help,
rules.
let's say
Yeah.
you saw it and be like, ah! You tried to grab Akari
Yeah.
as they were potentially
Oh.
falling out of this tree with Vivra.
Wow. Great advantage. Amazing.
Is that sarcastic or real?
Uh-oh.
14 total.
That's
Okay,
not
it's
bad.
not too
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's just
You-
I rolled.
a 3
I rolled it.
and a 4?
Oh my god!
Yeah. That's why-
DC was the 13, so you got lucky.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
why I said.
so-
That's why I said amazing. Just a 3
So
and a
so
4 for
I'm
advantage.
just
So-
I'm dangling like huh.
You go poof, back into your human form and then literally poof, onto Akari, and Akari's like, wow! And almost falls out of the tree, but manages to grab onto this branch with Wither holding onto her arms too. So
Nice.
Yeah.
you
Me
are
with my
you
+1
are
strength.
hanging on Akari's shoulders, like hands around her neck, basically from the
Oh
back.
goodness gracious.
You're
Oh.
hugging.
Yep.
Oh, you're
Ah.
so close.
Hug from the back.
Yeah, so that she's like, "Huh," and after they get like situated, and she like tries to back away and find a branch to cling on. She's like, thanks for catching me.
Wither's holding a finger up in front of her mouth in the like shh gesture.
Akari nods and just mentions one. The fall might hurt,
Wither-
and don't want to break our stealth.
Yeah. Wither is very anxiously looking at the tower window and around the whole building, hoping that this
Nobody-
hasn't been seen or anything. Like she's keeping an eye out for any change in movement or, you know.
It is darker at this point, and you guys are far enough away to have a good viewpoint because of how tall the tower is. I don't think, as far as you know, nobody noticed you guys have your altercation.
Oh, good.
Wait.
Right. Play the sneaking music. It's a Hyrule Castle.
And at this point, the general guy has seemingly left the tower room.
Yeah, at this point he would have left at this.
Have we
For the most
seen
part.
him leave the building, or?
Just left his room. You haven't. You
Okay.
kind of, because of the tree shit, you kind of lost track of him, but you know he's not in the room anymore.
Okay, Akari, what's your acrobatics modifier?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
It's
Okay, you're
super
better
good.
at it than me. Mine's plus 8.
Okay. So once we see that he's left and you guys seem like you're starting already, Vibra's like, I can only help one of you stealth better.
We're gonna need acrobatics to climb up, so Akari should probably go.
Whether
But-
it's better at stealthing.
My stealth is
I will need to
plus
bluff.
11, so.
You know, we can both roll. It's just
Mhm.
Just before
Yeah,
you do
use the
this,
stealth bonus more than me.
before you do this, how are you guys going to climb the tower? It is a stone tower that doesn't really have stuff to grab on the side.
Is
Like
it
running up it.
extremely smooth stone? You're not a monk, Akari.
I'm a ninja.
Let me see here.
It's like really smooth polished stone with no ridges or anything.
I mean, it's not like pristine marble or anything, but
How far up is the window that we have to get to?
Hmm.
about 40,
Okay.
4
so,
stories.
So casting jump on someone wouldn't quite make it. Well, dexterity.
That goes based
is
on your
what,
strength, so
oh, I thought dexterity was.
jump does. I mean,
Jump
like the
is strength.
spell. Jump, the action would be based on your strength, but if you give us the jump spell, it would help us, but it would still be kind of like modified by our strength, right?
Okay, and
Yeah.
none of us are strength based.
It
I have
triples your
plus 1,
jumping.
and Akari has plus
distance.
1.
Yeah, we're not strength based. If I were to cast Entangle on the wall, could they
Nice.
climb the vines?
I'm gonna veto spells that close to the building. I think
Let's
if
say
you want to give us a
you-
blessing farther away from the building, but like also like check verbal somatic, that kind of thing. Like we don't want to
Oh,
make any
pretty much-
noise or anything
pretty
near the building.
Pretty much every spell is verbal,
And
unfortunately.
there are
Yeah.
guards outside the door, just like the main
Yeah.
doorway
I
too,
can-
just so you know. So
We don't need Vivra
putting
getting
vines
arrested.
on a building might not be a good idea.
Yeah. If
Yeah, I
Vivra has
suppose.
like I'm not sure if is it Blessing of the Trickster that you were gonna do or something? You said there was something you could do to help with stealth for one person?
Invisibility.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Okay, yeah, then I would say using invisibility on Akari would be really good.
Yeah, because then you don't even really need to roll stealth too much.
And then
Yeah.
Akari
Because
has
you're
really good
automatically stealth.
acrobatics, so if you can maybe carefully wedge your daggers into gaps between the rocks or something, like the bricks or something like that, that would give you an excuse for the DM to let you climb, maybe.
I mean, it's gonna be a high DC still, but you could try it.
I'm going to sprint up the building.
You're not a monk.
I mean, if you're invisible, you could just walk through the front door.
Then that'd be
I mean,
navigating
that
the
still
building.
involves a stealth check.
But that would mean navigating the building. She's gonna get lost. Maybe actually, that's not. But that's not the. But she'll have to explore.
Why would you have to make a stealth check if you're invisible?
Because you still make
Because
sound.
you still make sound, and you have to also like avoid bumping into people. You have to hide any traces of your physical form affecting the environment around you, that kind of thing, like opening doors, all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yep.
Oh, that makes.
They
Well,
call
opening
it
doors,
loud.
yeah.
Opening doors,
Alright,
especially. Yeah.
You'd have advantage on
yeah,
stealth with
I don't-
invisibility, but
mhm.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything. A jump's the only other thing that I could do to even, like, it would help you get up a portion of the wall, but
Okay,
I don't think you can jump 30 feet.
Nah,
I
it's
might have
okay.
to Google jump.
Jump
cast
is
invisibility.
gives you 3 times.
She'll try to climb. Wait, 3 times what?
Jump multiplies your jump
Yeah.
height and distance by 3 feet.
Akari, what's your strength score?
I believe
Plus
it's
one.
5 feet per.
No, total. No, what's your strength, like the big number?
Oh, 12.
We
Okay.
both have 12.
And how tall are you? How tall is Akari?
Run
like
to the
5
bathroom
feet
real
or
quick.
something.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Like
back.
5'3" or something.
5'3". Okay.
I'm- I'm thinking that, well, I guess jump could be an alternative. Either jump or
Okay.
invisibility, and then like Wythr could possibly give the help action by boosting Akari up from the base of the tower or something
Okay.
to give them a head start
So
if the DM allows it.
if Akari was going to long jump with the jump, you could long jump 36 feet horizontally, but
I
that's
don't-
not gonna get you up. You would
Yeah.
you could jump 12 feet straight up with the jump spell.
I'll jump into the wall.
Yeah. You just launch yourself into the wall. That'd be so funny.
Catapult
we
into the wall.
pull the tree back like a cartoon and just fling Akari like a catapult.
Yeah.
Because if I'm able,
Oh yeah, with a running start, your normal jump, you can reach up and grab something 11.8 feet off the ground. So you could, if you had a running start, 34 point something feet off the ground, you could potentially grab onto. Oh wait, this website includes the spell jump. Oh, you can reach up and grab something 19.8 feet off the ground. Interesting. Okay.
It's okay. You can stealthily climb the building with them daggers pointing into it.
Into
If
a
the DM
stone wall.
if the DM allows me to give you the help action on your acrobatics by giving you a boost as a head start, depends on if DM agrees or not, then you would potentially have advantage on your acrobatics check, and if you had invisibility, you'd have advantage on your stealth check too. Or if you were able to get up, if I help you up, maybe you can give me the help action by letting me climb your scarf to get up there with you. So then we both get advantage.
Oh my goodness.
Don't have a rope or something actually.
Okay.
Did either of you take the thief subclass for rogue?
No, I'm Phantom Rogue and Akari is Assassin Rogue.
Oh,
we're all like
that would have helped
whispering.
a lot.
We're all whispering
Yeah.
at each other, and Wythr's just like wildly gesturing things, trying to communicate. And then
I could turn myself invisible and then turn into a spider and then be chucked up there or something, or just
God.
climb the wall.
I
But...
have
you'd
50
take like
feet of
falling
rope.
damage.
Yeah, and I only have 1 HP as a spider,
Exactly.
so let's not.
I got
Yeah.
50 feet of rope, so you know.
Okay.
What's the rope gonna attach to at the top? Akari?
Well, I mean, if Akari gets
Akari's
up,
gonna-
Akari
yeah.
can help me get out.
Yeah, Akari's gonna throw the rope down when she's up there.
May I suggest a possible approach to this? If Akari is using her daggers to help her get handles in between the wedges, like the gaps of the rocks, and if Wythr gives her a boost to help her get kind of like a head start on her climb, can that be my help action to give her advantage on her acrobatics check?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Okay, if would I be able to give Akari the help action advantage on her acrobatics check if I boost her up and like give her a bit of a toss as like a head start up the wall, and she's using her daggers as a way to like daggers in between the gaps of the stones to help her climb up?
What is your strength modifier?
We both have +1, but
have
if
plus
it's acrobatics, that's dex.
Yes, but you are using your oomph to help them up. So for you, it would be a strength check.
Oh, for me, yes. Well, it would be okay, so if I succeed a strength check, then I can give them advantage?
Yes, that's what we'll do.
Okay, and then if Akari gets up and throws her rope down, then I would also be able to get up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll still have to
So
make a
if you
check to
give-
climb, but it'll be a lower DC with the rope, obviously.
If Vivra casts invisibility on Akari so that Akari has advantage on stealth, and we both get up inside, then we can both investigate, and then my stealth is pretty good, and Akari's would be better with invisibility and stuff.
How many
Wither
wild shapes
is
do you
wildly.
have left,
What?
How many wild shapes you have left? Sorry, that came to mind.
Oh, I've used one. So, but we were technically Does that count as a short rest if we were chilling there in the tree for an hour?
Yeah, I guess. You want to?
Well, then I have 2.
Wither is like charadesing all of this to try to get her point across of like the little fingers walking towards a tower that is her hand and then climbing up and all of this stuff. Like she's trying to visualize it for you guys.
Akari nods.
Okay, then is everyone in agreement with that plan?
Yeah.
Invisibility, boost, and hopefully you get advantage on your acrobatics, and then when you get up, you drop the rope down.
Yes.
What are you going to do about the guard? There's a troll going around.
Oh, right. Yeah, they are at, like, the outside of the building. I thought they were at the door, but...
They would be, but once it actually gets dark, then they would be patrolling.
Well, probably have to roll our stealth first.
But
Vivra could distract them, I guess.
yeah.
But I'm always a little nervous about, like, distraction techniques, because then you're
I transformed
drawing
into one of
attention.
those spiders that dances.
Or you could use your fancy cat form again.
I could use my fancy cat form.
Something
meow.
that guards would be distracted by. I don't know if guards would care about that.
If it
I
meows,
could-
that's maybe.
I mean, I guess I could meow at them, be like, I need attention. Ugh.
They
I'd
are
say
professional
wolf,
guards who are
but-
doing a job. I don't know if that'll
Yeah.
work, but just throwing that out there.
Well, yeah, they are. For one, they are professional guards, and for two, the main guy saw the cat at the inn, and now the cat's wandering through the halls.
That
Unless
is a little suspicious.
Yeah. So
We need a distraction outside, I believe, not inside.
I could use one of my wild shapes to summon a familiar. Who could potentially distract?
If it could be like a wolf that like goes in and like barks at the guards aggressively and like runs around the side of the building, they might
I
chase it
could
for a
make
second.
it an owl.
I don't think guards will investigate an owl.
I could make it a and
The
I could make
key
it
is
an octopus.
okay. That might be something.
The problem
key
is
is
the
that it
octopus
has
would
to
have
be
to hold his breath the whole time.
yeah. It has to be something that would grab the guards' attention enough that they would leave their patrol for a minute.
A rat or a raven or a poisonous snake.
I mean, if you gave one of the guards a poisonous bite and the other guard had to like take him inside to treat it, maybe. But aside from that,
Why
don't
would I
know.
tell my snake to actually bite them?
because we're trying to get them away.
I thought we weren't trying to go into the front. Did I space out
No,
and you guys came up with
the
a whole new
guards are-
plan?
The guards are patrolling around the building, and in order for us to climb the building, we're gonna have to be at the base of the building. Which means if they're patrolling, they'll see us.
Her Majesty can remake an appearance and just meow and walk through their legs and stuff. Even if they're trying to not be distracted, they're gonna have to look at me.
I don't know if I agree with that, but if that's what you want to do, that's your choice.
Listen, I think
This
As
is-
far as
I would play it.
This is a team effort. If you think... Listen, Wythr, if you think my plan is stupid, just tell me, okay?
I just think that professional guards who are on duty doing a job will probably not leave their job to like look at a cat.
Goodness gracious.
Like maybe casually
Uh,
they might like pet it, go back to work, but I don't think it'll
How
cause
about,
a long-term distraction.
a
I don't mean to
pony
I don't
or
mean
a
to rain on your idea,
tiger,
but
or
tiger would probably distract them, yes.
I could be a tiger, or I could be Old Faithful, turn into my wolf.
Yeah,
Form.
something like because they're guards, something that they would perceive as a possible threat to investigate is probably our best bet.
I could
Because
turn
that would
into a
be in
dire
line with
wolf
the
and-
job they're doing.
But not
Yeah.
too far that they would alert the alarm. Too.
Yeah, not like a hell beast or anything, but
So not
tiger
a
might be a
dire.
bit extreme, I guess.
Dire wolves are just giant puppers.
If we could flavor text the tiger into like a mountain lion or something, that would be a little more in line with this ecosystem.
Giant seahorse.
Oh my god.
Giant seahorse.
Okay,
Yeah,
so as a group, I mean, like,
I
Wythr
can-
doesn't talk a lot, but we
Yeah.
have come to an agreement that that Vivra will cause a distraction.
Sure, I could be a brown bear. I could be my dire wolf.
It is up to you. But we will trust you to effectively distract the guards so that they aren't looking at Akari and Wythr climbing into the tower. If we should even do this. I'm
Yeah.
starting to second guess this idea as a
Yeah.
whole.
So as I would assume Akari is saying
Oh,
most of
God.
this because Wythr doesn't really talk much, but Vivra is like, why? Remind me why we're going after this guy.
Investigating.
Or cause he's bad?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay. No killing?
Wythr shakes her head, no killing. Like, agreeing with you by saying no.
Akari looks off to the side.
Akari.
Side eye.
Just kidding. She's no killing.
Fingertips poking. What?
These are guards just doing their job. If their job if we learn that their job is shadier than it should be, we can.
No intention to kill.
Yeah. Okay.
Wythr gets bad vibes from this dude. Notice that he was like, he's been very aggressive and that he's hiding something that has to do with some kind of vengeful spirit that's haunting a building in the town. So her goal is to find hints or clues in his office, like documents or whatever, for context. That's why she's here.
Okay.
Basic want to make sure the job isn't some setup or something.
Okay. All right. Let's figure out what we need to figure out. I can always join you guys later as a spider if I need to, or I can stay down here making the guards follow me around or whatever.
The most
Wythr
important is stay
nods.
safe.
Yeah, Wythr nods, says distraction, but then she like slowly, gently puts her hand on your shoulder so that if you wanted to move away, you have time to. But she puts her hand on your shoulder if you allow it and says, "Be safe."
We can reach.
We're
Wait,
sitting.
you're like-
You're right. I'm 6'3" sitting down. There's no shot. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I mean, we're all on branches, so it's
Yeah.
Vivra like sees how deftly you are on the branches. She's like, "Yep, you too." And she's kind of looking off to the side when
So-
she says it.
Invisibility on Akari,
On Akari, yes.
then distraction, because if I'm correct, you can still concentrate on a spell that you've cast beforehand while you're in wild shape.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, so invisibility, then a wild shape distraction or something, some kind of distraction.
Yes.
Invisibility, I don't think, is a concentration.
It is. Concentration 1 hour.
what's the range on it then? Because I'm gonna assume you have to be
It
in
does
range.
not say. There
Doesn't?
is no range.
Okay.
It is touch. Once I touch them and they become invisible,
Yeah.
all I have to do is concentrate. Would that mean
Yeah.
that I know where Akari is while I'm casting it
think
because
so.
I'm focused on the magic? I'm just asking. It doesn't say on here,
Yes,
so
I
it's up to
would
DM.
say no.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, the spell ends
Okay,
for a
is
target that
this-
attacks to cast a spell.
Is this a really stupid idea, or is this okay?
I don't think we have any right to ask the DM that.
It is up to you guys.
Well, I was asking you guys.
Vivra likes knowing the truth, so she's like, if we're looking for information and this is the only way to get it, that guy was also super uptight and not great conversation, so, you know, we'll
Up to
figure-
you guys.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
What?
While we're sitting there watching the guy walk around in his room, I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
What's the range
Oh,
on
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
What's the range on it?
Let's see. Ah, 30 feet.
Definitely not.
Nope, I try. Oh well. I say I'm stupid because I would have, if I had remembered that I have this freaking spell, I would have used it at the inn. But since I'm a dum-dum, I didn't. This is what I'm saying, is Vivra is smarter than me. She would have done
Okay,
that.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
never mind.
ready. Sorry that it took so long, and if this is a stupid idea that goes horribly wrong, I hope the viewers will forgive me.
Listen, it's all three of us are agreeing to do this mission. Vivra included. Even though Vivra thinks that it's not a great mission, and she thinks that this is not the best way to go about getting information, but because Wythr and Akari are both like, this guy's suspicious, we should be getting information on them, and Vivra agrees that they're being kind of suspicious and assholey and rude and whatever, she's like, okay, let's do this, but no killing. Which is
Yeah.
why she's like putting that, she's like, we're not going in here to murder everyone, right? We're just going in for information.
Yeah, because for Wythr, this is like the natural reaction for her is, oh, I'll investigate. Like,
Yeah. Wythr and Vivra both like getting the truth, but they're both kind of sketchy with how they do it. I love
Okay,
the
so we're ready?
different angles. We're ready? You guys ready? Akari?
Before we enact your plan, we are at the 3-hour mark.
Okay, so
are we having a
Vivra-
cliffhanger
This
or
is
continuing?
probably something that would be
Are
good
we
to start on
stopping,
the
or-
next session.
Oh.
We are at
Someone write it down, because I'm gonna forget.
Jeez.
That'll also give you guys a little more time playing
Oh,
out.
we already took all the time.
I
We
know,
took all the time.
but
No, we are doing this next session. We have agreed
I'm
to
just
it.
saying gives you more time to actually 100% plan out how you want to do it. But yeah,
Oh, true. We
I
can
mean,
DM
we
each
just-
other and make it.
We just did all the
I know
planning.
you
We
did,
We
but-
literally spent this whole.
So I
stream.
feel kind of bad.
it is
No,
what
it's
it is.
fine. I think it's great. I love it.
It is what it is. But yeah, unless Toto and Velkorin want to have a last minute thing before we do that, I think we'll probably pause the session before that, because that might be a potentially pretty involved thing if you get caught. So
Oh yeah.
go from there. You guys need or want to do anything? I think Velkorin is still poofed at the moment.
Unfortunate.
I'm sure he's glad to not be here right now.
I can feel Velkorin rubbing his temples.
Documents.
I'm gonna say, all right. It sounds like both of them are AFK at the moment. So,
Huh?
oh, you are there too.
Ah!
You didn't say anything. I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of water.
Yeah. I was just saying,
How
did you
dare
or Velkorin want to do anything last minute before we end the session, or do we want to pick up at the next one?
I don't think Toto has anything else that they want to do other than keep working on the Goron construct.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
It sounds like next section is gonna be the trio of misfits.
Next
Or you guys-
session, all of us go to jail,
Or you'll
and then
change your minds and be like, "Oh, this is a stupid idea. We shouldn't do this," and then go back.
I have no plans to change this idea
am-
because
The
I love
only
the
thing I'm
idea that
anxious
it's.
about is the guards and the distraction. Like I can.
Oh
I can-
yeah, Vivra, I fully expect
confident.
her to fail.
I'm confident in Wythr and Akari like sneaking into somewhere, investigating, and sneaking out, but the added complication of guards patrolling and causing a distraction is where I get anxious.
You don't want to get Vivra in trouble from that. Yeah.
That too, yeah.
That's Vivra hasn't gotten in trouble in a long time. Wait, that implies that she has gotten in trouble. I might need to talk to them.
That's fair. All right, but yeah, I think
especially with her traveling with Okoku. I mean,
yeah, but yeah, I think we will end the session for today because I think you gotta go get your kids now, anyways, don't you?
who?
You?
Me? No, we're all homesick.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, either way,
Yeah, today was the day that we could have gone extra
that
long.
one time, yeah, right. All right, but yeah, mostly because I need to get some extra planning too, just in case.
I see.
So
Just improv it all.
no, because I
Bro.
don't have a battle map for that.
Oh.
We
A
won't
battle
need a
map.
battle map.
We don't need that. We don't need it.
See what happens. All right, yeah. So we will wrap up for this week. We'll probably be back again in 2 weeks, like usual, as long as schedules align properly. If not, we'll let you know when our next session is. But yeah, we're gonna go do that. I don't really have anybody to raid, so I'm gonna say screw it again this week because I'm lazy. So
DM,
what?
I just want to let you know that I've added "don't get caught" to my plan. Therefore, we will not get caught.
All
See,
right.
it's in the plan.
Yep,
It's
in
in
the
the
plan.
plan.
All right. It's in the plan.
The plan. The plan.
The
All right.
plan.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming, and we will see you next time for the shenanigans of this trio.
Yes.
Bye.
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 So excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so